I'm dumbfounded. I don't have any words. When I tell this story, people don't believe it.
If completed, the development would add $30 million to the local tax rolls.
I did Fight Night when I was in college, and I listened to Matchbox 20 over and over and over again, and then Phil Collins over and over and over again before the fight.
What was Fight Night?
KA Fight Night. It was Kappa Alpha Fight Night.
Did you like fist fight people just randomly?
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
It said.
What was the purpose behind it?
I went to the gym, and there was a sign there, and it said, "You need $500, then fight for it." So,
oh shit! You guys doing Fight Club?
I was broke, man. It wasn't a fight club. It was an actual fight night in like a arena.
Okay.
Like a freaking where they ride bulls and stuff.
See, my mind went straight into you like being fighting in a cage somewhere in a parking lot with a very cinematic green look to it.
No, man.
Blood on your face. Somebody stole something.
This was Kappa Alpha Fight Night. It was in a horse arena. It was a real deal thing, man.
Did you wear shoes?
Yeah, I was in a boxing ring.
I know, but what kind of attire were you? Were you wearing? So it was like
shorts and shoes, man.
Okay, so it wasn't like you have the backyard fights now, the Masvidal.
No, this
fights.
is legit, dude. It was a fraternity that put it on. So the fraternity puts it on, and they pay winners. They raise a bunch of money for some kind of charity or something.
How much? I mean, how many times did you win?
2. Well, the first one I got a bye to the finals. There was only 4 guys in my weight class. I was in the 200 to 225 pound weight class.
Would you remember what you did with your first check? Or it was probably a cash prize.
Well, it was $500. They gave me a check for $500, and I went and bought a bunch of beer.
Keystone?
No, I think it was Natty Light back then.
You bought $500 worth of Natty Light.
No, I bought about 3 cases of Natty Light, and then the rest I paid my bills with.
Okay.
And I was broke again. So basically, I've been broke my whole life. Still broke.
Shit. I mean,
just broke with more shit now.
I didn't know about Fight Night. I mean, I didn't go to college, so I would say
I didn't know about it either.
I went to Southern Miss, and the time I spent I had a bunch of buddies in Pike, so we just partied. A lot of concerts. Like I went and seen Pretty Lights. They always put on good shows. But that's when you said fights. I'm like,
what's Pretty Lights?
DJ Pretty Lights. He takes like old classic music and turns it into just good chill.
Where's your phone? I want to play that song.
What song? What song you want to play?
The same CD, man. Go back to that. Or CD, same album.
Okay,
Young folks ain't going to know what the CD is.
It's Matchbox 20. This is like it's their first album, right?
Yeah, I think so. I don't know. I'm not a...
And she said, baby.
Oh, hell, I can't even... I don't even remember what it's called, man. Is it Shame? That's a good one, but I don't think that's it.
It doesn't sound like the song.
No, that's it. Like it was Phil Collins, and you sang Phil Collins earlier just a little while ago.
In the Air Night. It's stuck in my head. I can't get it out.
And there was a Matchbox 20 song. Hold on, which one was it? It was not Shame. It's not that one. Well, nobody can even see what we're talking about, so nobody's going to care.
Yeah, they care. It's Matchbox 20.
What was it, man?
You're tuning in right now to a podcast with Mike Butler, the Sands Project.
Yep.
The Sands at Front Beach. Oh, this is it. The note she wrote. What song is this?
It's been a long day.
Yeah, it has been a long day.
Oh, man. Anyway, I can't remember the damn song.
Well,
is this it? No.
I mean, so right now we're doing a podcast, but we're listening to music too at the same time. We're going to figure this out. We can't play it for you because of copyright reasons. But Butler used to fight for $500.
No, I fought one
with his bare hands.
One time for $500. I had gloves on. But I made the $500, and I needed it for sure. It was back in the day.
Do you miss college days?
I think everybody misses college, man. But
what's the craziest college story?
Man.
Did you tip a cow? I mean.
Craziest college stories. It's I don't know if I should tell that the craziest college stories, man.
Nobody's gonna listen to this.
Yeah, they will. I had some fun in college, man. I guess the crazy stuff was just normal, typical teenage stuff. We didn't have social media. None of that stuff back
Did you
in
ever
the day,
steal a
man.
cop car?
No.
Okay.
But I did get arrested for a friend one time when I was at home in my pajamas in my bedroom studying. And this dude,
Sorry for that.
I'm serious, man. I'm laying in bed, dude, and I'm studying for a test. And this guy pulls into my driveway. And he lives with me. He's my roommate. And I see his lights, and I hear the car door slam, and he comes in the living room, and he's standing there like he doesn't know what to do. And then I look behind him, and there's lights, police cars. And obviously this kid had been drinking. I said, go to your room, I got this. And so he just gives me the keys, and then the cops come in, and they're like, I got a black lab, the dog's barking. The cops come up to the door and say, come outside. I saw you run inside. And I came out. I'm like, what? What's going on? He said, you didn't see me back there chasing you? And I said, man, I'm sorry. I didn't see you. And he said, get out here. And as soon as I got out, I walked outside. He cuffed me and threw me in the back of the cop car, dude. I was just studying 5 minutes ago. So then my buddy Jake comes out, and Jake's, and I'm like, gosh, just stay inside, man. And he comes out, and the cop, as soon as he walks outside, the cop sees that he's been drinking, arrests him, and throws him in the car with me. And then they start searching his car for drugs. And I said, Jake, how much trouble am I about to get into, man? Like, what did you do? He's like, nothing. I saw him, and I skidded around the corner, and I hit the gas, and I was right down the street. It's no big deal. And he's all nonchalant. And the cops are finding they found a little pill bottle in his Mustang. And he's like, what's this? What are these pills? And Jake's over there, you know, a little bit inebriated. He's like, it's vitamin B12, man. It's just vitamin B12. So anyways, they took us to jail.
What? How long were you in jail for?
Just the evening. We got out. My other roommate came in and got us out of jail whenever he got off of work.
That was solid, man. Let's cheers to that.
So that was
Hey, you literally went to bat for your boy.
Yeah, and my damn insurance went up. He paid for the ticket, but my insurance went up. I got the ticket. I mean, it is what it is.
What kind of Mustang was it? Was it like a
old
GT?
one?
Like a
No, dude, it was the cheapest possible Mustang that they make back in 2001. Did we just tell a story about me
what?
not telling the truth to the cops on a podcast?
Yeah, that's allegedly stuff. That's so back. That's allegedly.
I made it all up anyway.
Yeah, that's
You
all.
asked me about the crazy story, so I just did something to make
How
myself
many?
look good.
So, you went to Alabama, right?
No, man. Come on, dude.
Where'd you go?
Mississippi State.
Okay.
You knew that.
I'm sorry.
Come on, man.
I've seen that face.
I'm not a super
Shout
fan,
out to
man.
Matt.
I'm good. Yeah, Matt McDonald.
Matt
yeah.
McDonald sitting there going, yeah,
Yeah.
Nick.
Yeah, Nick's gone, man. I think they're done. This portal's got him messed up too, but that's whole college football. That's a whole different ballgame.
He had a hell of a career.
He did.
Great win streak.
He did, man.
Oh, I mean
He was-
winning percentage. Sorry.
Well, he's one of the greatest coaches of all time for sure.
So, did you play any ball at college?
I played in junior college. I played football and soccer at Perk, Mississippi Gulf Coast.
What position?
And football, I played in the slot. I played slot receiver, and soccer, I played in the midfield.
Damn, I bet you can catch a ball.
Yeah, I was decent. I played quarterback in high school, and then I switched to receiver when I went to Perk. Big possession receiver. And then I hurt my shoulders, and just like everybody else that didn't make it, they just got hurt, right?
Yeah. So why'd you start playing football? Was it the movie Varsity Blues?
That movie was after. Didn't that movie come out after?
I don't know.
I think
What year?
I graduated in '99.
I think the movie came out after.
Yeah.
Or no, before. Close around there. Do you
Who
know
knows?
when you played football, did you I'm going to the NFL, is that your goal?
Nah, my goal was to get a scholarship. Everything then was driven from a position of I don't have any money. You understand what I'm saying? So I needed a scholarship. So I went to Perk on a scholarship, and then I actually went to a small school in Jackson called Belhaven, and I felt like I was a better athlete than that. It was only second year they had a football team, and I just didn't have a lot of opportunities, and my degrees are actually in coaching. I was going to be a coach, a football coach, because I wanted to get back into, come back to high school and coach kids and help them get to college, because I felt like there was a lot of kids when I was in school that didn't get the opportunities because, our coaches were good guys, but they didn't necessarily have all the connections that they needed to get these kids where they wanted to go. So I went and played football, and my goal was to go to Perk and play football. I went to Belhaven first. I played in every game as a freshman, which isn't saying a lot because, it was the second year they had a school. And I said, you know what, I'm going to go back to junior college so I can get seen. That the whole portal was different like than it is now. So I'm going to go back to junior college. Hopefully I can get noticed in junior college, and then I can go to a big school and have a legitimate scholarship to a 4-year university.
Makes sense.
And so I came back, and I didn't know the eligibility rules and all that, so I played soccer for a year first. And then I was talking to my coach Lyons, who's since passed. He was a teacher there, and he's like, dude, we got to get you back on the football field. And I said, all right. So the first year I just had fun, played soccer, drank beer, did that kind of thing. And then when I went and played football, I was at a point in my life where I was young, confident, you know what I mean, and just full of energy and full of testosterone. And I said, man, I'm going to get out here and I'm just going to hit everybody. And
Were
I'm
you
not going to
staying
care.
in a dorm, or did you have a little apartment?
No, I had a dorm. I couldn't afford Subway, man. There's no way I could afford an apartment. You know, but
I
when
mean, a
you're-
lot of people, they get together, though, and they split rent, right?
Well, when you're playing sports at a junior college, man, back then they were still treating you like kids. You know what I mean? You had to stay on campus if you're playing a sport. I think it's probably the same way now.
I'm not sure.
I don't know either. But anyway, so I went and I played football. And then, you know, I did good, and I had some small school offers and stuff like that. And I said, man, my buddies were going to Mississippi State, and I said, man, I'm going to go to Mississippi State. And so I talked to one of the football coaches up there that Coach Lyons hooked me up with, and he said, we're not going to offer you a scholarship. We don't know anything about you, but Coach Lyons has vouched for you. Come up here and go to camp, and you can, you basically be a preferred walk-on, which means nothing. You know what I'm saying? So I talked to my dad about it, and I
Get more eyes on you.
well, yeah, Mississippi State. You go walk on a camp, man. You're basically if you don't do something special, you know what I mean. You're just a tackling dummy. So I just decided, you know what? I talked to my dad about it, and I did have shoulder issues, and I said, man, I'm just going to go to college, and then I became a flag football superstar.
Cheers to that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
I
it was
just played flag
like,
football, man.
adult flag football.
Yeah, I started playing in college, junior college, man, and then I tell you what, I had so much fun playing that sport.
Were y'all rough or no?
I mean, yeah, dude, it was serious. I mean, we took it serious up there in flag football. I mean, I got to play.
I think Brandon Davis, he went state.
Yeah.
He also played flag football, probably in the same organization that you're a part of.
Oh yeah, dude, it was just the intramural sports.
So he went to state. He seen a do you want to fight flyer for MMA, and that's how he became a UFC fighter. He was at state walking around the campus.
That's what I said. That's
He's
exactly
like,
what happened to me.
Okay, maybe. Yeah.
But he obviously actually fought for real.
Well, he put in discipline.
I just fought once.
He runs at a camp.
Yeah.
Like he loved football, so he did flag football. And
Yep.
then, like I said, I'm pretty good at fighting, but he's very determined.
Yeah.
So he just turned into fitness.
Well, at that point, it's discipline, man. The most
Yeah.
disciplined fighter.
It's discipline.
I mean, your skills for sure, but the guys that are most disciplined, I mean, you're putting your body through hell, dude.
Oh, I know when he's in the training, I think he's still doing it, but he's got these fan bikes. And then he'll run 20 miles of cardio. He'll do 20 miles of cardio, and then he'll get on his fan bikes, and then he's real lean on drinking and foods he puts in his body. He's very strict
Yeah.
on all that. But it makes sense.
Yeah.
It makes sense. When he lives it every day, you're like,
Yeah.
if he knows he's got a camp, 6 weeks out, it's over with. It's straight training.
Yeah, dude. I mean, that's the way you got to be. I could see if I had.
That's just kind of cool, though. He's a flag football guy, too.
Yeah,
some
flag
big
football is
deals
a fun
here.
sport, man. It's fun. My buddy Terrell Sutton. I say my buddy. We don't talk as often as we used to because we don't play. But he's still big into it, man. He refs now. He does refereeing. I see him out there. I coach my son's flag football team now. I kind of hung up the cleats. I saw Terrell. He's about 5 years older than me, maybe 6, whatever it is. And I saw him getting injured, hamstring, Achilles, other Achilles. And I said, man, I better be the wise man, you know what I mean, and kind of look at somebody else that's a little older than me getting hurt and ease up because I wasn't in great shape. I was working all the time. So you can't just go out there and play flag football after not training. I mean, it's a sport.
Is it full? It's full speed, too, right?
Dude, it's full speed.
What do you run in a 40?
In college, I ran a 4.7. Right now, I probably run a 6.7.
But still, a 4.7 running.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd be a little more scared. I would be a little more scared with nobody in pads.
Yeah, I was not a speed demon by any stretch, but I mean, for a big guy, I was, 6'3".
How many collisions did you have?
A lot. I got laid out my first play in junior college, and the guy was standing still. He was like, "Welcome to junior college football." Those guys were good. So, I mean, I literally I learned my lesson in my first game on my very first play. I went to crack back a linebacker, and all he did was dip his shoulder, dude. And I said, "Okay, that's not going to happen again."
Do you think you've had concussions?
I don't know. I got a concussion playing flag football for sure. But I mean, in real football, I mean, I don't know. I got hit a lot. When I played quarterback at Harrison Central, it was literally you do a 5-step drop. I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I take off running because the whole defensive line's already on me. I mean, like, what do you do, man? You just run, or you throw an interception. So,
Yeah. What's the most interceptions you threw in a night?
I don't remember.
This is Pretty Lights.
Probably 3.
This is that DJ Pretty Lights.
Oh, I got you.
It's that Southern. He would just be that DJ.
I got
He
you.
takes old music like this and remixes it. But anyway, so you think you ever threw 5 in a night?
Hell no, man. I'd have been taken out by then.
So you went from there. You did college ball. Somebody told me you did some fire dog stuff. Is this true?
No, I did some. What was the name of that team?
Somebody told me you
The
did arena
Pirates.
football.
No, it was the Gulf Coast Pirates. It's men's league, man. It's just men's league. They call it semi-pro, but it's just men's league.
Is that pads or no pads?
It's full-blown pads, dude.
Okay.
And it's like, yeah, I don't recommend it.
Little money, no money in it.
No money. It's not recommended, man. You don't go out as a grunt. It's people that are trying to. There's some athletes out there, but it's mostly people that are trying to relive the old days. You know what I mean? And it's not a good place to be. I played quarterback there, and it's not a good place to play quarterback. Have your back turned to some huge defensive lineman whenever the offensive lineman is just reliving his old days. One of them actually was smoking on the sideline as if he were, I don't even remember his name, but he would smoke cigarettes on the sideline trying to be like the old players back in the day. I mean, it was ridiculous.
How'd you meet these guys? Forum?
Damian McDaniel, he was a Gulfport cop. He played fullback at Southern, and he lived in my neighborhood when I was a kid. And I would throw the football to another friend of mine, Isaiah Martin, who I played with in high school. Who he ended up going somewhere in the SWAC, but I think he went to Jackson State first, and then he went over somewhere in Alabama. But Damian saw me throwing these deep balls and stuff, and he said, "Man, we need a quarterback." And I said, I was still a high school student at that point. And I said, "Man, I'm going to college." Well, fast forward about 6 years, and I saw him again somewhere, and he says, "We still need a quarterback." So he was still there. So I went and said, "All right, I'll play." And I played 1 season, and I was destroyed, dude. I got destroyed. I mean, literally, like, blindside, just murdered.
How'd they get pads with sponsors? This is me just coming on the marketing thought of it. Like, they had sponsors.
You bought some of your own stuff, dude.
Okay.
It was, I'm telling you, it's a men's league. Now, it's fun, man, because there's occasionally you'll get an athlete that can, get other opportunities through those opportunities. But, I mean, that's kind of like, it's more like people that are just trying to, just play football.
If you really break down football now, though, it's a big business. But at one time, it was a sport that, even in the 70s, there wasn't big contracts like there are now. It was the guys are not. I mean, they're making money, but it's nowhere near like this new version of football.
Well, it's all entertainment, right? I mean, look how much money it brings in. So these guys, I mean, it's just an entertainment business. That's what it is, man.
It's crazy.
And it's like, look at wrestling. That's a bunch of grown men attacking each other, and you like to watch it, don't you?
Wrestling?
Wrestling, yeah.
More MMA, but thank you for thinking. I watched the wrestling.
I thought you said you went to like a wrestling.
I like local wrestling. I don't really like
That's
WWE.
Okay, then. Well,
Okay,
see, I
well-
wasn't saying you're some wrestling.
All right,
lover.
all right. Diamond Championships is way cooler than WWE to me.
Yeah, well, whatever.
And that's actually Cam going to these local wrestling matches. And then I started going to local matches, and they're just cooler. Which I'm with you on WWE. I just can't watch how long their performance is. I like the Mac Daddy Duds. I like.
Would you ever think that grown men wrestling, whatever, would bring in that much money?
You're damn right.
I mean, grown like The Rock.
Yeah.
They're just famous because of WWF or whatever.
Think about The Rock shirt. It's merchandise. It's probably a $35 shirt. $35 shirt on WWE or $50 shirt. They probably got $5 in the shirt. How many shirts you think they sell just on the internet?
Dude, how do they pack these arenas? I've never watched a wrestling match in my life.
Because do you have an imagination?
I mean, yeah, I got an
You
imagination.
gotta believe. It's kind of like, did you believe in Santa?
Of course.
Well, it's the same magic as in wrestling.
I don't know.
You
about
gotta
that.
believe.
Oh, okay. All right. So
We're going to a wrestling match.
I'll do it. I'm down.
We got to. I mean, now, like I feel like you lost that child in you. It's gone.
Dude, the child didn't even like it.
Shit, really?
Really?
What'd you watch on TV?
I don't know, man. Like
MTV, Total Request Live.
whatever was on, man, I guess.
You didn't watch any movies back in the day at school? You went into the clique or anything?
What do you mean?
Like what'd you watch if you didn't get into wrestling? Like, did you watch G.I.
Whatever was on
Joe's?
cable TV, man. Like He-Man. Remember He-Man?
Yeah.
Like how far back are we going?
But I'm saying that, so that was your thing. You didn't really, like, because my thing for wrestling was me and my brother, it'd come on Monday Night Raw.
Yep.
And then it'd come on, it was always Monday nights for us. Me and Bronson were big WCW.
Yeah, I didn't watch any of it ever.
We're massive. My mom went to Tennessee to get my video game for N64.
So I was right.
Yeah,
5
okay, you're right.
minutes ago.
And I did have an Ultimate Warrior wrestling buddy that somebody stole. So if you do have my wrestling buddy, it's got my J on the back of it. One of my friends that moved and lived with me over the years, bring it back.
So you realize you just got kind of mad at me for considering you a wrestling guy, and then you just started like now you're begging for one of your toys back.
I'm kind of shocked that you
How does
didn't
that
you didn't have the belief in wrestling. That was right at your time too, because
I didn't believe it, man. I didn't like it. I just never got into it. I mean, Hulk Hogan was like pretty cool. Rocky Balboa. Man,
you were an
the
outside
boxing route.
You were outside all the time too.
Yeah, probably. If I wasn't playing, my dad was making me work,
Where'd you work at?
like in the yard. I just worked in the yard, man. It was a lot. My dad was pretty tough.
I mean,
Good dad.
did you live on land?
We lived in a neighborhood, but we had a garden in the back 40. You know the fence, the yard behind the end of the fence?
Yeah.
He had a whole lot. He had one of the biggest lots in the neighborhood, but that dude had a garden. I mean, a full-blown, like, it wasn't just a small garden. I mean, that thing was 30 yards long and 15 yards wide.
Did he sell it to the public?
No, it was food. We ate it.
Oh,
Yeah. He was legit.
my grandma had a farm too. Had to work it for like.
We had a garden in the neighborhood, dude.
I got $5 a week, something like that.
$5 a week?
I mean, like I had to cut grass, so I lived on 10 acres. 10 acres, and my grandma was Crew Threads Country Corner right here. My grandma had the catfish pond in Latimer, and then she had a farm. She had cattle. We had probably 20 chickens. We had a catfish pond that I had a stock, and you'd come and pay us per weight for the fish. So me and my brother would feed the fish, and I worked on a catfish pond. That's what I mean. That's what I did. I mean, my grandparents, they're good people there. They fed me, but the money was very. The money was so fucking cheap.
They're good people. They fed me.
Yeah, they fed me, but
Did they love you? Did they hug you too? I mean,
yeah,
like,
sometimes
they
they're
give you some hugs?
very, very frugal though. I mean, think about it. $5. I worked so hard for that $5,
Oh, I know.
dude. It was bad.
Trust me. I rode a bus one time, public transportation. You ready for this one?
Yeah.
My dad went to multi-temps when I was 15. And he
What's a
signed,
multi-temp? What is that?
It's a temp agency.
Okay.
Temporary workers.
Okay, so it's like a labor day.
Yeah, labor finders.
Okay.
So it's called multi-temps. I said, Dad, I need to work. So I was 15. He had to go sign the paperwork allowing me to work.
Hardship, guys. Hardship.
Yeah, but so they were working, my mom and my dad. So I had to get to work because they had stuff to do. They couldn't bring me. I didn't have a car. I couldn't drive. So I had to ride public transportation. So I would walk from my house on Government Street in Gulfport, not Ocean Springs. And I'm probably, half a mile, whatever, to the Sonic. The public bus would pick me up at the Sonic. I changed buses like 2 or 3 times, and then finally I ended up at the Coliseum. I worked there for 4 hours at a banquet, like just carrying like food and just giving people food, and my paycheck was $20 before taxes. I swear.
Oh shit.
1996. $20, dude. It was the entire day. By the time I got home, it's been like.
Could you buy a lot of stuff back then for 96 or $20?
No, man. I go to the fair and pay like $8 to get in, and then buy like some cotton candy and a Coke, and I probably couldn't even ride anything. I mean,
Rip off.
dude, it was. But that's how. I mean, The point is that I worked. Like, I worked since I was 15. I've always worked.
I also, my dad gave me $20 here and there, but I've worked. I enjoy working.
No, my parents were good, man, but they kind of instilled the work ethic in me. So my mom and dad, man, they helped me when they could, for sure. You know what I mean? This isn't a dig on them at all. They were great parents. They're still in love, man. I love it. I get pictures of them walking like on the beach and stuff. They're still holding hands. You know, it's awesome. Like if there's a, I'll tell you that right now. If there is a role model for true love, I mean, that's my parents. Now they fight like crazy too. It's hilarious the way they talk to each other. It's so funny, and they couldn't be more different humans, but they love each other, man.
How many years?
Dude, my mom, 50. Holy shit! Hold on a second. How old am I? My mom was 21, I think, when she met my dad. I don't know how many years they've been married, but she'll turn 70 this year. So what is that, 59 years?
Yeah.
69? No.
49.
49, yeah.
Holy shit. Congratulations, Butler.
I mean, together, I don't know how long they've been married. 49, 59, so yeah.
That's impressive.
Yeah, they've been together for 49 years.
That's rare nowadays.
Look, we don't even use our brains anymore. I'm so used to a calculator. Like, I can't even add 21 to...
Got it, though. It takes a little while.
70.
You know, and I'll say that my family was clothed me, fed me, and we're good too. I always had, living in Latimer, we had an oyster driveway, so I always had a three-wheeler or a four-wheeler. I got my first three-wheeler when I was 3.
Well,
so
that's dangerous.
Well, that's how you got around. You couldn't ride a bicycle with our driveway. Like, we had a long driveway and it's oyster shell, so...
Barefoot? You walk barefoot a lot?
I used to. Not no more. I got these Crocs.
Those are fine, man. You're like my son.
Thank you.
You got them all,
I never
put stuff in them.
Well, with my disability, it's hard to wear sandals and stuff. I have like the chakas, like the hipster sandals that Emily got me. They're hard to put on.
Curtis, when he comes here, he'll be wearing those for sure. The chacos, I guarantee it.
So I got some.
Don't even say anything.
But this is the most like I can move this foot, and so I didn't know I could like wear these and they not come off my feet, because like flip flops, I can't wear flip flops. Like I kick a flip flop, like I have they never hold. So when I found out I can wear these, dude, I got the half bait Crocs. I got Count Dracula.
Do you tuck your jogging pants into your sock on purpose, or did that just kind of happen by accident?
It happens by itself. Oh, sorry, Butler. Sorry. I like your Pumas.
Can they where do they see us from the neck down? I mean, what's going on?
Kind of like this, right here.
Okay, good. Well, I don't want to sit.
I'll zoom in. I'll zoom in for you. Could you hand me some ice?
I don't want to sit like this. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's time for our test.
All right,
guys. We're going to be doing a $20 bourbon bottle, okay, and an $80 bourbon bottle. We're not telling you the names of them. You just got to secretly ask us. But this is, and I know I've been off the drinking, but today we celebrate the Sands as a victory for us. But we're going to try these 2 bourbons, and we're going to tell you, we're going to do a blind test. Yep. And you get to be a part of it.
You guys are so lucky. You're so lucky. All right, here we go. You don't want ice for this. Can't have ice. It's got to be straight.
No ice.
All right, you pour, and you know where it is. I'm going to turn my head.
Okay.
And then you'll have to tell me which was which, and then you're going to turn your head, and I'm going to do a little switch, and then you try it.
Okay.
All right.
I mean,
okay, I'm just going to turn like this.
All right, just turn your head that way.
Okay.
Should have opened that bottle first.
Yeah. I guess I could have helped you open a bottle.
It's okay.
When we come back, can you please play Vidalia by Sammy Kershaw?
Play whatever you want, bud.
I just love that song.
Turn around. Don't look at it.
Oh, shit. Well, all you got to do is put them in the cup. I'm not looking.
All right.
You got them in there?
Oh.
You remember which is which?
Yep.
All right.
And I haven't made one because you got to make it for me.
So am I do the whole swig or what?
That's yours right here.
That's just one. This is this is okay. You're doing this. And
Oh,
then
I gotta do yours too. Yep, I'm sorry.
No.
Oh,
No. We'll just do it. We'll do it like this.
Let's do it faster. Let's just go faster.
Okay.
Turn around.
You're gonna have to mix it up because I think I know what you did.
All right, we'll just do that one. No shit. Hold on. Turn on. Turn on.
This is hilarious.
Hey, this is us trying. I'm trying to do a game right now.
These
okay?
people probably want, whoever's watching is probably curious about the sands, and we haven't even talked about it. But you know what? The good thing is we don't really have to because it's done. You know, this is why it's so much fun to have this one. It's always been so serious, hasn't it?
Yeah, It's always so serious, but honestly, life's just too beautiful. All right,
I agree.
I'll have exactly not test. Not do your test.
All right. This one looks like Evan.
And honestly, I don't really need to do the test because I've done this test.
Okay, well, which one was my cup? This one's my cup. I don't know which one you did. I really don't. That's pretty good.
All right.
Hold on. I'm cleaning my palate. You know which one that is?
Yeah, I do.
I like that one.
That one?
Yep.
All right. Well, $80 beats the $20.
Ha ha.
All right.
Dude, did you just spilled that everywhere?
No, I didn't. You're just making shit up while we're on this podcast.
No, you literally went what is that?
Oh, there's Denise came on the podcast, and they're stones that you drink with your bourbon.
They stay cold?
Mm-hmm.
How do you clean them? You
I
don't?
just put them in the dishwasher, I think. Hand wash them.
When was the last time you cleaned them?
They're brand new. I've never used them before.
So it's supposed to be like ice?
Mm-hmm. Just put. I got some in here. You got some in there?
Are you supposed to put them in the freezer first?
It was earlier. I did.
Okay.
Just put them in your cup. You're making me nervous. All right.
All right. So we're gonna do a little bourbon. I'm not a big bourbon drinker, but I'm gonna do it.
Dude, like I said,
I'm more of a tequila guy. Do you want some regular ice too? To kind of cut it down a little bit.
I'm good.
All right, I'm gonna cut it. Oops. Let's talk about you, man.
So
No, let's talk about you.
I
Tell me about your new insurance company.
So December 26th, I got my license for my own agency over there on Pass Road. I've just been working and having fun with it. I love marketing.
Yeah.
When I got an insurance a couple years ago, I found it was challenging, and I love learning about it.
Yeah, it's different. I like how you always say what you've said to me several times, even before we started this podcast, was it's a challenge. It's a challenge. So you're going out there finding new challenges. That's exactly how I feel about everything that I do. It's like, damn, how do I make this work? Now, it gets tiresome, but I'm always looking for the next, like, you can't shut it off, man.
I think for me, having my own agency, Oliver Scott Insurance, named after my son.
Yep.
It's 1.6 miles from my house. My son's at Bayview, and I'm starting to build a great client base. But with me having Carter's Champions, you know that I've been having Carter's Champions since 2016.
Yep.
I mean, this year we raised over $100,000. I just see now doing insurance, like put my heart into insurance. Have great customer service. I was talking to Mike West about this, and having a great customer service in the insurance world. And then for me, taking that money and then putting it back in the community. And I win because what I want to do is my goal is to raise $1 million for breast cancer and several other things on the coast, but I want to hit $1 million. And I think when I have the insurance agency and I have people that know my mission and what I stand behind, they're going to get behind me, and I'm just dumping all that money. I told him, like, I love my house.
So you're just dumping all that money into the charity?
I'm gonna start pushing money into my community where I live.
Well, I know that, and that's very, very noble. But you know, the more you have to take care of yourself to make sure that you are still capable.
No,
to be able to do that.
No, 100%. It's already happening.
Yeah.
Look, you're passionate about something. It's already happening. I'm not giving 100% of the money that I make with insurance. But I'm not going to. People have different values. Like, I'm not going to go buy a crazy boat. Like, I'm going to. Yeah. That doesn't excite me. It excites other people, but it doesn't excite me. Like, I'm going to develop things. I get a something about giving back. It just makes me feel it's weird feeling.
No, that's awesome, man.
I'll be fine, Butler.
Huh?
I'm going to be great. I'm great now.
I'm not worried about you. I was just kind
Yeah.
of excited about your new venture, man, because you had the mattress store and you had the cleaning service. And
Still
I'm
have
assuming
cleaning
you still,
service.
You still have the. I've tried to talk you out of that thing.
Yeah, but
I mean-
it's been a part of my life since I was 19.
Well, there were some things a part of my life that were when I was 19 that I had to let go, man. Does it hold you back?
No, it really doesn't. And actually, with my disability, it's good exercise. It's like paying for CrossFit. I go out there. I mean, a couple of days a week, I go clean. I enjoy it. And I do audiobooks. I'm doing right now. I'm running at 2 audiobooks a week.
So while you're
You're just cleaning and listening,
getting your
learning.
education, yeah,
Yeah, learning the whole time.
You know, it's weird when I work out. I listen to podcasts. I listen to Joe Rogan. And,
Do you?
yeah,
I do
It's so
podcasts
stupid.
and books.
I'll do it halfway through my workout, and then I'll say, all right, this is getting hard, so I'll start listening to some motivational music at that point. But
I'm happy. I'm at a good place where I want to be. I just know that insurance. Everybody's got to have insurance, and I know that's where I want to go. And marketing's my background. I'm just putting all my love into that and that style of it. And like I've told you, Butler Homes, got to start writing blogs, start writing articles. Yeah. I've been writing a blog. Like I was telling you, I started writing. I've been doing with insurance into my podcast. I've been writing every day for the last month. Like, honestly, but you have to. Like I was saying, if you want good SEO, guys, if you want good SEO and you got a website, you need to start writing blogs for your business. Like, that's SEO. If you want your business to rank higher in Google and you be known, you need to write articles about the community, things you're a part of, different events, tag the business you're a part of. It don't take a long time, write 600-700 words, but will you do it? And I always push it off. Like with me being dyslexic, I've always been nervous to sit there and write. Now I'm writing, and I'm like, whatever. If you can understand it, thank you for reading my blogs. Insurance, I am cleaning it up a little bit on Grammarly because, it's insurance, but I'm still putting out content that every business needs to put out. If you're got a website and you're like, oh, I don't get any traffic and nobody's coming, because you're not putting in the work. You're hiring a company to build a website and you're not dedicating 3 hours a week to better your business. Marketing is important, and word of mouth is great. But marketing is important, and not marketing for 1 month, marketing your whole entire career. You have to spend time on marketing your business every day. Just make it a habit. And I'm doing that with my insurance company. That's why I found insurance. I love my community. I love raising money, but I'm going to be putting my marketing in there, and then I'm going to be growing the Oliver Scott Insurance Agency, and then I'm going to be raising money, and then I'm going to be giving back into the community.
do you feel like you're putting too many irons in the fire? Because you got, like, right now, like what you just said. You said, I got Oliver Scott Insurance, which I think is a great move for you, by the way. But what does it matter what I think? But you have a cleaning company.
Yeah.
You're running a charity.
Well, I mean,
you got help. You got help.
Yeah,
obviously,
no, the help.
There's a team.
Yeah, well, right now we're off. Like right now.
Wait a minute. You're doing marketing.
Yeah.
You're taking pictures.
I do rare marketing. I only market for a few people that are passionate about.
And you got a damn podcast, dude.
It's life.
I mean, you're doing shit like all the time.
What am I supposed to do? I know I take breaks. I hang out.
I'm just saying, there's a lot of stuff, man. So like,
what are you doing? You're doing the Sam's Project, Butler Homes, BW Artisan. You're doing the same shit.
Yeah, but I put like I don't put like I have the best team on planet Earth.
You still push yourself, still just like anybody. You still push yourself. I'm just trading out a movie for work, and I do spend family time. Like I spend a lot of family time, but I trade out like. I don't care to watch movies anymore. I mean, every now and then, but I'll sit there like watching TV. I don't, sports. I'm not big into sports. So I know friends that spend all week long on sports. I'm talking 20 hours on sports.
Dude, I don't watch sports.
I don't watch sports. So the 20 hours I'm working on shit.
I do. Yeah, I'm with you on that. Like I watch the good games. I watch the playoffs.
This whole Henry Ford 9 to 5 bullshit it's a made up lifestyle.
Well, there's a reason behind all that.
Where?
I mean, that was the plan. I mean, put people working 9 to 5. I mean, just it makes it easier on you, dude. How many people are going to take the easy road versus the hard road? Like, how many people are going to go out there and just take that job and bitch about that job, but go to that job every day and then go home and retire? I'm not saying there's something wrong with that, but I mean, when you put that option in front of people, they're going to take that option. Do you want the salary or do you want the commission? Which one do you want?
I mean, I'm going all in on commission.
I want to eat what I kill, dude.
Yeah.
I want to eat what I kill. I've always been that way. Let me tell you something, dude. I worked in a local cabinet shop for freaking $6, maybe 50 cents an hour. And it was over Christmas when I'm 19 years old trying to earn money. And this dude had me planing wood. I was planing rough cut 2x12s. He'd bring me a pallet. I'd push it through the planer. I'd go to the other side of the planer, catch it, and stack it.
Oh, shit.
All day long. I mean, like
$72 a day.
Dude, I was $6.50 an hour, dude. Over Christmas, or $6, whatever it is.
Yeah.
But then they take out taxes. So, I mean, that kind of work, I said to myself, listen, man, I don't mind working. Like, I'll work all day long. I'll do that right now if I own the planer and if that's my wood and if I know what I'm doing for that wood. You understand what I'm saying? I'll put in the effort, but I can't work. Me personally, I'm not saying it's not the wrong, it's not, it's the right way or the wrong way, but me personally, I have to be able to see the potential of the rewards. In other words, I'm trying to figure out how to say this. I can't work for another man. I'm gonna put it plainly.
Yeah, me either.
I work for people. I work for homeowners, but at the end of the day, that home is the responsibility. Now it's not just me. Don't get me wrong. I've said this before, and I'll say it again, and I'll never ever. It's not about me. I literally have the best team. Like, you couldn't have a better team or better people around you than I have around me. It's not even. There's no question. The whole country, there's nobody can have better people around them than I have. You know what I'm saying? So, but, we built that team. Like, we built that team, and Josh and I did, and Matt and Lauren. Lauren was with me from day one. She did so much. She gets mad at me because I don't give her a lot of credit in conversations, because I talk about, when I think of business, I'm like, Josh is my partner, so business partner. But without Lauren, like,
where would you be? Honestly, bud, where would you be? I love her to death. I'm sorry.
Dude, she's awesome, man. She's amazing, dude. I'm just telling you, I'm blessed. What I'm blessed with is I'm blessed with a great work. I mean, imagine this, dude. Think about this for a second. Josh, I've known him since I don't even remember meeting him. Matt Swank, I've known since the 5th grade. He's our project manager. Lauren is my wife. I mean, I get to, I work with her. People say that's hard. It gets hard sometimes, but, we have the same goals.
Met her partying in New Orleans.
That's another story.
We'll talk about it a little bit.
But anyway, and then I got Joseph Capuano, man, who runs our cabinet shop now. And I've known Joseph since kindergarten. You know what I mean? And Curtis, I've known for, probably 13, 14 years, And our kids are the same age. I mean, dude, I'm just saying, like, I'm extremely lucky with my work crew. I'm extremely lucky in my marriage that,
What age are you at right now? What's your age?
Like, what age are you? I'm 42.
Okay, so 37. I got 5 years.
Yeah, man, 5 years, dude.
No, I think look. I get. So here's another thing too, is like I trade off sports, but you got to keep in mind. I might joke about. I have a disability, and I'm not promised to walk tomorrow. Yeah. So the fucking moment you're getting up in the morning and you're just bitching about something, try getting up in the fucking morning and you don't know if you can stand up that day. And that changes your whole perspective when you start your day.
Yeah.
And I am going to continue to work. I don't think if and there's somebody who told me, like, you're just doing too many things. You're all over. Look at Carter's Champions. Look at what we've done for the community since 2016. While fucking most people don't even get involved. Yeah, it fucking sucks. It is tough. It's hard. It's hard. But I live here. This is my home.
Yeah.
And I hate these people that tell me, like, well, politics and I got this view on the community. Get out in the fucking community and do something.
Well, see, that was my biggest hang up, and with the Sands, like you're trying to do stuff to help your community, which is noble. I mean,
yeah,
y'all
the Sands was a
asses.
big part of that.
Well, no, the point is that our whole goal was to do something that would be a cohesive fit for the community and bring more value to the community, and something that the neighbors we thought were going to really appreciate. So to get that, to have this last, they said 10 years on the news the other day. It wasn't quite 10. 2018, 6 years of lawsuits, man.
I know.
I mean, God, that's just it's crazy.
You-
And a lot of weight and completely out of your control.
When
You know what I mean?
So, if you're listening, but me and Butler did a podcast a couple years back. Let's just start how we really got into. We first met. Butler wanted me to work do a project at BW Artisan. We met for lunch at Maison Delu. Butler wanted to share his project, the Sands, with me. And we were drinking a couple beers, having a good time, but we went to the Sands. I pulled up to the Sands and I was devastated. It was a vacant property with 2 homes built on it. Gorgeous though. I mean, you can see the Sands. You can imagine what it's going to be. Could you see the first 2 structures? And it was a stop project. Butler had some disagreements. Didn't have any really disagreements, but like the neighbors were stopping the project. He had to shut his whole project down. He had, how many people did you have contracted to work with you at the time?
To build?
Yeah.
To build. We had of course, Lee's house under construction, our house under construction, and we had contracts. I believe we had hard money, like people had given us deposits on 2 other homes that were over $1 million a piece. And then there might have been another contract. Jennifer Gill handles all the contracts. So for that project. So I think there was somebody else that had given her some money, but she gave it back. So these people, that's what sucks about those 2 people too, that gave us hard money. They gave us $20,000 a piece. And then we started designing their homes for them. Like, we're in the design process. And we told them, we're like, whatever we spend on the architect is a non-refundable portion of your deposit. Yeah. And like, so I mean, you know, we wanted to give them their money back, and we didn't keep any money for any profit, but we only gave them back like $10,000 a piece because we had spent $10,000 or whatever it was. It might've been, I don't know the numbers. I can't remember. It's been so dang long, but like, we spent money on architects for them. So they didn't even get all their deposits back. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, that's dirty, man.
Do you, so do you remember the day it was, the project started?
Oh shit, man. We started on that project and, we started talking about it in 2015. We started doing engineering and stuff and paying engineers probably 2016. We had the development rolling as far as infrastructure and water and sewer and utilities and everything else in 2017. And then we broke ground in late 2017, early 2018 maybe. I can't remember exactly. And we got shut down in 2018. So we've been shut down. This is 6 years, man. It's crazy.
So we went into with the Sands project. I pulled up there, seen the project, kind of sad. We did a podcast together. I remembered us filming the podcast, and then I gave it to him. He says, "Attorney can see it," because he was shit nervous. He was nervous about it. I mean, that was and we did send it off, and it was approved. We put that out, and people, we appreciate y'all. Like, people came and supported. This is the first Sands hat. You can see how messed up it is. This is the first Sands hat. We started making hats and passing them around. The support was crazy. You seen with the Sands project, you seen the people that, seen Butler and Josh and the team, because you're not alone. You got partners all involved.
Yeah.
But you look at the whole community coming together with like, and pushing this thing.
Yeah, it was fun. I say fun. That's
not for
the right
you.
word. No, the fun part is the community support. I mean, it was amazing. I mean, I'll be honest with you, man. We're local. It's a small community, and I often I would think, man, this is, because it was such a big deal to me. I would just say to myself, man, this is a small problem in a big world. Like, relax, dude. You know what I'm saying? Like I would just try to bring myself back down. It's going to work itself out. But I couldn't sit there and do nothing.
Yeah. What was your goal? Like, your full goal of the Front Beach, the Sands at Front Beach? What was the vision for the Sands at Front Beach?
The vision, man, we wanted to build something beautiful. I mean, simply put, we wanted to build something super cool and neighborhood friendly, and something that just fit within the community, and it was all about bikeability and bicycles, and it was similar to the whole thing. And Lee Brumfield had a house down in Watercolor, and he actually sent me there. He's like, you have to go to this place and check it out, and so I went down there, and he's like, I love riding my bike down there, and he let us stay in his house. We rode the bikes around, and I was like, man, I get it. And all I did was look at architecture, and it was old school architecture. It reminded me of the book To Kill a Mockingbird. That's what came to my mind, man. It was just, just old school, beautiful architecture. And there's different designs in there. There's all kinds of like modern designs and stuff that they have in Rosemary Beach. There's modern designs in different areas that's like the old contemporary design, concrete buildings and shit like that. But what I was attracted to was just your cottage, your basic, cottage. And front porch living, man. You know what I mean? Sitting on your front porch, saying hi to your neighbor, landscape galore. So I'm a home builder, but there's nothing more important to the final product of a home than curb appeal and landscaping. Like we don't even landscaping isn't even what I do, but I think landscaping is so important, and I think design is so important when it comes to these houses. I can't take something on paper that looks like hammered dog shit and turn it into a gym. Yeah. I mean, you got to have a beautiful design. So sometimes I look at these plans and projects, and I kind of try to figure out how to make it look better, and I'll value engineer these houses, and I'll help kind of redesign some stuff from I don't know how to draw AutoCAD and stuff like that, but anyway, I understand design to a certain degree.
Do you draw on like a lunchbox, like a paper bag?
I drew my house. I drew my house like on my computer. Like I drew it. I got a sketch.
God, I mean, you're an Excel guy too. You love Excel.
Oh, I'm a spreadsheet. I taught myself that shit too. I don't remember it from college, but I probably don't know how to use 10% of Excel, but I got a spreadsheet that makes like 7 more sheets.
That's badass.
You know what I'm saying? And all you got to do is answer like 30 questions, and it gives you a price of a house.
Did you create it?
Yeah, I built the whole damn thing.
Damn.
Yeah. And it gives you the price of another house too that's cheaper, like that BW Artisan product that you're going to talk to Curtis about. That one, I built a spreadsheet for that one. It gives you 3 different prices, like a work truck, a mid-level truck, and a Denali.
Is that what you call it?
Well, it was called what the hell did we call it? I can't remember, but we changed it. But it was basically base model SLT Denali. That's what it was.
Makes sense.
I mean, it does make sense. And now that website, which Curtis is going to come on with you and talk about that stuff, but that website, you can literally go on the website and you can modify the house plan, and it gives you a price while you're modifying the house plan.
Hey, I mean, that's what he wanted.
It's awesome.
Yeah, I'm excited. I thought we were at like the Mullet Toss or Sky Zone, one of these things, jumper kid. That is a great idea, by the way. These damn bounce houses. Yeah. The indoor bounce houses are money makers.
Could you imagine the insurance cost for that thing? I mean, you're an insurance guy.
Yeah, but a lot. It's a lot.
Super lot.
Yeah, but I was there at the Sky Zone, and there must have been 200, 300, 400 kids at $25, $30 a pop.
Dude, I hear
for a couple hours. It is insane.
There's money in that for sure.
Wallace Goodman. Wallace has Argus Construction, Argus Builders on Howard Avenue. He was telling me about the guy. It's about $700,000 to install all that stuff inside the mall, and the return is instant.
That's crazy, man.
And that's why you see them pop up now.
Yeah.
Think about it. Think about once you have that kind of idea. I was thinking about the other day. Is like, I think we watch Pizza Hut do this. Yeah. They got rid of the buffet. Now they're bringing the buffet back. Right?
That's awesome.
Right? You know what I'm saying?
I never even thought about that.
Think about it.
To get comfortable here, man.
You can get comfortable. Take your shoes off.
I don't need to take my shoes off. I'm gonna do this. But yeah, dude. I always everywhere I go, my mind goes to business, just like yours. I mean, that's just an entrepreneurial.
Is it business or is it
spirit.
A passion?
Man, I don't know.
You're building you're trying to build neighborhoods and stuff and houses. That's kind of.
No, I was talking about in general. Like you were just talking about the business aspect of things. I think about I go to a damn hunting camp. My son kills a big ass deer, and I think about, oh man, I can invest in a hunting camp. I can buy a share. I can. I'm just thinking about how.
Did you do it?
Can I buy land?
Did you buy? Weren't you supposed to go into a hunting camp last year, 2 years ago. You called me about.
No, we're in a hunting camp, but we leased the land. But yeah, we're in a hunting camp.
Have you enjoyed a lot? You seem like you've been making memories.
I love it, man. My son's been killed. I don't even get to pull the trigger. My son kills all the deer. I mean, he's like, Dad.
It's not a bad thing.
And then he makes fun of me. He's like, how many deer have you killed this year? I said, 0. And he's like, I killed 3. I'm like, yeah, because I let you shoot every time.
With with the gun you bought him.
Yeah,
with the
I bought him
bullets.
a gun. And he's like, well, you've been hunting a bunch by yourself. I'm like, dude, I went bow hunting by myself. I mean, how often are you going to kill a deer?
Is he still in soccer?
Yeah, he's good too, man. He's pretty good.
Is he good in soccer?
Yeah, he's good, man. He's left-footed. He's a good little soccer player. I'm proud of him.
Was he playing forward?
He plays everywhere. He plays mostly midfield. He's got a pretty good foot, so he plays in the back. He's going to get humbled here soon. I mean, he's pretty good right now. But
Is he doing cardio? That's when in soccer you have to have cardio up.
He's 9, man.
Yeah.
He'll be 10 this month. There ain't no they got cardio. I mean, they don't have to go do cardio.
Well, where he has to worry about is the people at El Sotillos that have a soccer team. That's the ones you watch out for.
No, I think that dude's going to be a late bloomer like me, and I think he's going to be a good little soccer player, and that he's going to, I don't know, he'll probably play football too. He's like a super nice kid, man. He's just a good, like, nice. He don't have that dog in him yet. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think I did at that age.
Wait till you can get him. Wait till he turns 16 and you get him a ride.
Yeah, yeah.
Wait till you get him a car and then he gets a girlfriend.
Well, I'm not saying he's not a little cocky, but he don't have that dog in him. You know what I mean? Like, he don't have that dog in him, because I'm gonna have to start making it a little bit harder on him, to be honest with you. I'm pretty tough on him, but I'm gonna have to start making it a little bit harder on him.
Is he working at the cabinet shop? Have you got him in the?
He's 9, man. I'm not putting that dude around saws.
I started doing.
His job is to pick up dog shit.
I started doing chickens at a young age, man. My grandma, I'm telling you, like, we had a chicken farm.
Chickens don't have saws around them.
Yeah, but I mean, it's a saw.
I mean, it's a saw.
No, at 9, he kind of knows how to handle a saw.
No, sir.
Shit, Oliver's.
no.
I feel like I was hoping.
No, dude, not a chance.
All right, my kid's almost 6 in March. March 5th, he'll be 6. So, damn it.
No saws, man.
I feel like my mom, my parents, they kind of just we had to stay outside. So it was always stay outside, come back later at dinner. Do not you couldn't sit in the house. Go outside.
Yeah, that's our rule.
Yeah, just go outside.
Well, it's got cold recently, so I've been a little bit lax on that. But let me tell you something. At my house, dude, if it ain't dark, you're not inside. Period. Don't care. Outside, unless it's raining. I mean,
have you bought any cool toys? Do you still got your little boat? You get that badass little boat with that motor on it.
Yeah, I got a take him tubing. All he wants to do is go tubing.
That's not cool. That's not a bad thing.
Dude, that dude lives a life. He's a lucky little bastard, but he knows it. He knows it. He said, "Daddy,
how fast is that? What kind of little boat is that?
It's a 1989 Action Craft.
How fast is it?
It goes about. It's got a lot of thick bottom paint on the bottom, man. So it goes about, let's see, 46, 47 miles an hour. It's got a Suzuki 140 on the back of an 18-foot boat.
Do you drive that more than the bigger boat?
No, we take the contender to the island, but the contender's a 2001 or 2000.
How fast is that boat?
56 probably. It's got twin 300s.
That's fucking fast.
Dude, that thing's a sled, man. I love that boat.
What was that?
It's simple. It's so simple, dude.
It's got a pretty green.
Yeah, it's pretty, but it's just a fishing boat, man. I use my shit. I don't need pretty shit. I gotta have.
Do you miss that white Chevy you had? Do you ever miss that truck?
The big one?
Yeah.
Nah, I didn't like that truck. It was huge. I like my truck I got now. You know.
I see that with Oliver though. Like he's really starting to at 6 though, like getting closer to 6, but he's really getting into his own. And Santa though was a big this year. My mom made him a Santa costume, and if he can be in Santa costume all year round,
He loves it.
yeah. I'm weaning him off on like
Dude, he's talking like how long has he been talking good like that?
probably the last 3 months, 4 months. But he's improving.
Yeah.
He started getting what's crazy this first semester. He was getting nothing but like yellow, reds, fucking cheating on tests, kindergarten, and
Oh no.
and messing with kids like food in school, like just testing the waters.
Yeah.
I think a lot of it was his speech. After this semester, he came back after the holidays to school. Got a purple, got a blue. I think the lowest he's been so far is a green. So he's actually doing a lot better.
I don't know what any of those.
That means like it's a level. Like, so today Oliver was normally green and yellow or yellow. Like that means
that's how good you are at school or whatever.
Need to improve. Yeah, you got red, yellow, green, blue, and purple.
Well, green sounds good, right?
It's just like neutral.
Okay, well he's neutral or better.
For a while though, he was yellow. And
well, that's probably him just acting out because he's frustrated.
I think he's getting. I think taking a break from school. This is his first adjustment to kindergarten, and you're seeing it. Like him having 2 weeks off of school.
Yeah,
it's like a break.
Yeah,
and then he kind of because like right now, like it's spelling and reading and
hard stuff for
when I was in kindergarten, it wasn't all that.
Yeah.
I mean, it's more about hanging out.
Yeah, no, I hear you.
This whole kindergarten's kind of like the second grade now.
Yeah, well, the point is like, you know, I know you had some issues with the speech, and like now he's like, hey, dude, come here, let me show you something.
Yeah,
I'm like, all right,
it's only gonna get better.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. So, cheers to Oliver.
And cheers to Oliver Scott Insurance.
Yeah, man.
He's having fun. He's I'm doing a robber. Got a costume for him, the black and white stripe.
Yep.
And he's dressed up. He's gonna dress up as a robber, and that's gonna be my home insurance commercial. So I'm gonna use him as a mascot. He's a mascot on everything now.
Yeah, that's funny.
Because confidence builder, like, you know, with him putting him on commercials.
Yeah, he gets to see himself out there.
Yeah, and his name is Oliver Scott.
Yeah,
like he thinks it's cool right now. He's like, my name. So automatically, I was telling Emily, I was like, shit. I mean, if this company just builds his confidence, so be it, buddy. Just hey, that's what you know. I hope he does whatever he wants to do in life. I know at his age, I know he was. I was there. I was on Hooked on Phonics, and it was embarrassing. At a young age, it was embarrassing. I have a buddy, Emmanuel. He owns Quicklies and the e-vapes. Me and him were in like third grade together, or second grade, and Hooked on Phonics.
Oh.
And look at him. I mean, he owns, if you go to Quicklies, I think he owns like 7 or 8 restaurants.
Wasn't that crazy how things turn out?
I think we both dropped out.
You dropped out of Hooked on Phonics?
No, I dropped out of high school. He dropped out too.
I thought you dropped out. I was like, dude, couldn't.
I wanted to so bad, dude. I couldn't handle it. I was forced to go.
I'm kidding. You dropped out of high school?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I would have done it earlier.
Yeah. I mean, I was different. I was always doing the right thing, I think. Well, no, that's not true. But I was scared to shit.
I like how it sounded, though.
I was scared of my dad. So, no, I do the right thing from a moral perspective. But when it comes to, like, yeah, man, I did some goofy shit, obviously. You know, you turn 19, you turn into an idiot. But I always got my shit done first. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't go fail tests. I didn't flunk classes. I didn't do any of that shit. I repeated one class my whole life, and I got a D in biomechanics in college, but I took biomechanics before I took anatomy and physiology, so I had to learn all these muscles and shit, and then I had to learn the biomechanical part of the muscles, and I didn't even know what the muscles were, so I had to, they put me in the class ahead of the class, and I wasn't ready for it, so I made a D and I repeated it. But what I did was I made a D and I said, damn it. I went home, I took anatomy and physiology in the summer, I came straight back and took that class again and made an A. I was pissed. You know what I mean? So but I partied and had fun in college, and I went out, you know, I did what every college kid does. But
a lot of keg stands?
Dude.
Too
probably king of the keg stands, man. I was like, I could drink a 12-ounce beer faster than anybody on planet Earth. I mean, people, like that, I don't know how I did it. Like, if you dump a bottle over, it doesn't come out as fast as I would drink that thing. I guess it's because of the angle. I don't know. But it was ridiculous.
So you could beat me in Flip Cup.
Flip Cup?
Yeah. Or chug. Could you beat me in a chug match?
I'm not going to challenge you right now. I'm not going to do it right now.
I'm going to challenge you right now.
You got to have a cold Bud Light, a cold Dylan Mulvaney. You got to have a cold Dylan Mulvaney, man. It's got to be a 12-ounce bottle.
You know, the UFC just picked it back up. They're selling.
Well, you know what? You know why? Because they're thinking of the little man. Like, yeah, that was a bonehead decision by some you know, like, executive. But what about the little dude that delivers that shit?
And Paul Mitchell Distributing, they gave us over $100,000.
Yeah.
And I told Paul we were at our awards was it last year or year before? No, it was last year when all this shit happened. I had Ben Priss was coming on the show. Ben did Squidbillies, the art for Squidbillies, cartoon on Cartoon Network.
Oh, cool, man.
And he we were sitting there and I looked over at Paul Patusi, which owns FEB, which is Miller Lite, Corona, him and his brother Frank, and then Ryan, Jeff and Ryland.
Right, yeah. I know Jeff. Ryland, I know.
So that's their dad. So it's the two brothers. So it's Jeff's dad, Frank, and it's Jeff and Ryland, and then it's brother Paul.
Yeah.
And Paul was sitting there and we're at the Island View, and I had Mitchell Stripping right by me. Paul was there supporting too. And we were talking about the whole situation. This is like 3 weeks when it happened. And I remember Paul, you could tell they're kind of stressed. They give him money. They're getting a lot of flack. And I was like, hey, I got Ben Priss on the podcast. I'll drink Bud Light on there. I don't give a shit. You give me a lot of money. Yeah. Somebody would cancel me for that?
No.
And
who cares what they do?
And he was like, really? Paul's like, you really said? He was like, I'll have some beer for you. Monday, right before the podcast. Cool. Well, then I was like, and I said, Paul said, what do you think about all this? And Patusi goes, I think it's messed up. He goes, it could happen to us, of course. It could happen to us, any of our brands. Yeah. What they're going through is crazy because Paul understands there's so many people affected by it. Just same thing with the Sands. That's why if you look at the Sands, there's an Alex that paints the wall. There's and Alex's brother, his girl, happy birthday, Alex. But his family.
Was it his birthday? Shit. Why'd you know that and I didn't?
Well, just social media. He cracks me up. You don't ever get on social media.
I know. Well, every now and then. Alejandro.
But I'm just saying there is people that are affected by this tree. You have your right hand, like your business partner is Josh.
Yep.
When y'all did the Sands project, which y'all had two properties, you and Josh and we're paying the power bills for years.
Yeah.
You've been paying.
We've it's been expensive, man.
That's crazy.
And that's what people don't understand is like they thought it was some big developer. It's some local. That's my first development. My first development.
Could you imagine?
I mean,
the money you and Josh and the people that you partnered with, but you and Josh, because y'all's company. Could you imagine the boat y'all could have bought? Like I'm saying.
Josh wouldn't buy no damn boat.
I know, but
Josh so damn tight with the money.
But that's a good thing.
We got to talk him into shit all the time.
But the money y'all spent though has been, one of the saddest things that you told me was the time that your wife was having had to do fraternity photos, and you waited all day at the Sands.
Oh no, it was a announcement photo for my daughter.
Announcement photos. Sorry.
Yeah, like we were announcing her pregnancy, and I was sitting there because that dude, who we won't talk about anymore because it's over with.
Yeah, it's over with.
He was outside and he was talking to his neighbor, and I sat there in the back of my truck waiting for him to get done talking to his neighbor. And my wife is literally in the harbor with her mom, and she's like, "Come," she wants to take a picture in a certain light, or whatever. You know how women are. And I said, I can't leave until I talk to this guy. And I sat there for probably an hour and waited on him, and I went and talked to him. And then, of course, we went and announced her pregnancy with Rachel, who's now 5 and awesome, by the way. My daughter it's amazing to have a daughter that at 5 or even before at 4 years old or 3 years old, whatever it was, I know I never have to worry about her. Like she's got it under control, man. So I'm never going to have to worry about my daughter. The only thing I got to worry about is her driving back and forth to school or something. But she's got it under control, trust me. But anyway, we're making that she was making the pregnancy. Hey, I'm pregnant with my second child. And so that was probably at 5 months, maybe 4 months pregnant at the time. And here we are. My daughter her birthday was September 23rd. She turned 5. And we're just now kicking that project off. How crazy is that? That's wild.
It's meant to happen, though.
I mean, and it's just a project. That's the thing. I keep trying to. It's a huge deal to us, and but it's like things could be so much worse. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean,
you couldn't have a client to build a house.
Yeah, dude. I could not have any income You know, one of my children could be sick. My wife could be sick. Like, you know, that's why I say, like, I'm so, like, I've been blessed, man. Yeah. Like, I've been so blessed by everything, and
it's happening though, dude.
But the project is like, it's like, okay, shit, this is finally happening. You know, and this was, it was, everybody's always like, all they care about is the money. Man, look, if you don't care about, like, I didn't create the world and the way the world works. In order to live in this world and provide things for your family, you have to have money.
Yeah.
Money is a tool. You understand what I'm saying? Like, it ain't no different than a damn trim carpenter having a skill saw and a chop saw and some nail guns. You know what I mean? That tool provides for his family. That money is a tool to provide for your family, or that tool creates the money pays the bills. All it is a tool. And so I have to have that tool. If I didn't live in a world that required me to have that tool, I wouldn't give a shit, but I would still be a productive individual. You follow what I'm saying? And so to fault somebody, I can't stand when somebody says all they care about is the freaking money. Bullshit. I care about a badass project.
You should never listen to the motherfuckers that act like that.
I don't, but let me tell you something. Bless Lee, you know, when he was here, I told him, I said, Lee, I'm going to make this project so beautiful that I will never have to advertise my company ever again, because they're going to be like, that dude built that shit. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like obviously you have to advertise. I get it. I heard what you said earlier. But I said, I'm going to make it so pretty and so nice and so first class and top of the line that we'll never have to advertise again. People are going to know that company built those houses.
And that was your whole idea behind it.
The whole thing. That was the motivation. I'm not motivated by money. I do like to have it because it provides, you know, a certain lifestyle. Like, would I be able to be a part of a hunting camp without money? No.
And guys, Lee, when I came on board, Lee was alive. Lee got tragically killed in walking his dog on Highway 90. He could have been in his house. This is a true thing. He could have been in his house on Front Beach, but the project got stopped, so he wasn't in his house.
Yeah.
And he was in Gulfport, and a car hit him. And Lee was a developer. He was known for one of the developers, Singing River Mall, several apartments, condos, hotels. I mean, he had a portfolio like no other.
He did, but what Lee was not known for, which he should have been known for, he was known for it by his family and his close friends, but, you know, publicly, I don't think that he was known for his philanthropy. And you talk about giving back. Like
let's
that
go
dude,
into it. Let's go into
well,
it.
let's go into it a little bit. And I don't have the numbers, but I'm going to tell you right now, I don't know anyone that has given more than him. And I don't know anybody that was more of a devout, authentic Christian than that man, with no pressure. He never pressured anybody. He was one of those that I heard somebody say it. They commented on my. It was Miss Linda Hornsby. She commented on my post the other day, and I think she said something about him being a subtle leader. He led without even trying. Like you meet this guy, and you just know immediately that this is a kind, honest, good human being. You understand what I'm saying? Like, he had his beliefs. He invited me to church one time, and I said, Lee, my church is, 35 miles south. That's where I talked to God.
Hunting.
I was fishing, like
fishing.
chandelier. And he's like, and he never asked me again, but I would have some hard times with this project when Lee was still alive. And I texted him one morning, and I said, he asked me to get the project clean. Mike, he would always call me. I loved it because he had two tones, man. Like, if things were good, hey, Mike, what's going on?
Yeah.
If things were not great, he's like, hey, Mike.
So that was his temper.
Yeah, that was his phone call. So
hey, Mike, we need to.
He's like, hey, you think we can, maybe get that project cleaned up over there? Just get it mowed, and make it look pretty. And I was like, yeah, Lee, I'll take care of it. So it was about 2 weeks went by, and I didn't put it on the front burner. You know what I'm saying? And I should have, but I texted him one morning. I said, Lee, I need some scripture, man. I need some motivation. I've never asked anybody for scripture in my life. And then he said he wakes up a little bit later. I'm an early riser, and it says, "Hey, Mike," with some exclamation points, and he sends me, 2 pieces of scripture. One of them was about the evil man and the good man, and then the other one was, basically, fear no man. What can they do to you? You know what I'm saying? And it was basically, it was two different pieces of scripture, which I refer back to the fear no man one on a regular basis, constantly. I go back to my text messages with Lee. I promise you, I probably talk to that guy 3 days a week in my brain. Or more. And I didn't know him that long. I only knew him for 5 years, but he has been a consistent presence in my life, even since his passing. And like I used to tear up and stuff when I talk about him. I mean, as time goes, it heals you up. That was a tough one. I remember when David Krause was the one that told me he passed. He was supposed to meet with me at 9 o'clock in the morning. I found out he passed away at 9:15. He didn't make his meeting at 8 o'clock. And I'm going to talk to you more about his philanthropy in a second. He didn't make his meeting at 8 o'clock with Josh Barton, who runs what's the name of the place out there, the drug rehab place.
Shit.
Come on, man. I mean, this is sad. We got to think of this name. It's Feed My Sheep. No, that's Feed My
It's
Sheep.
all right.
I'm sorry, Josh.
Josh,
if you
fine.
see this, man, we're gonna find it though.
Let's see.
It's come on.
I mean, right now,
Yeah, you have to find it now.
my brain just went like.
Yeah, mine did too. But anyways,
Barton.
the point is he had a meeting with Josh. We got to plug. You got to plug that.
No, it's not. It's not. It's shit.
Homes of Grace.
Homes Grace.
Sorry, Josh. Anyway, you probably won't even watch it, but it's all right.
No.
So-
The thing is, it's a true.
Well,
Josh, no disrespect, is a true it's a true brain fart.
Yeah,
and
it's
it's
all
really
good.
what it is.
That's it. But anyway, he had a meeting with Josh at 8, and then I get a call from Al, Lee's brother, at like 8:50, and he says, "Hey, Mike, have you seen Lee?" And I said, "No, man, I haven't seen him, but I got a meeting with him at 9." And then there's a text message that I sent him at like 9:15 or something, or 9:10. I'm like, "Hey, I'm at the office." And then in the meantime, David tells me that there's been a hit and run or something on the beach in Gulfport. And then David comes back 10 minutes later and tells me it's Lee. It was Lee, and he's gone. And like, I had no idea I would have that kind of emotion. It was pretty emotional, obviously. And I just walked out the building. And Dave, when I came back later, Dave was like, gosh. I said, dude, that guy was so important to me. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He just, and so somehow I changed the name. It was Sands Drive. It's now Lee Brumfield Drive. I'm going to honor that man somehow. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know what I'm going to do yet. But let me tell you this. When it comes to his philanthropy work, Homes of Grace has a mobile home park that Lee Brumfield purchased. And it's kind of like and I'm going to you need to have Josh on here one day to talk about that stuff, but I'm going to
Josh, would you like to come on?
Yeah, I'm going to butcher this, man.
Hey, but 1 second though, Butler. Like when we even did a podcast together, like one thing is we're human. Like nobody knows instant everything about what we're talking about. Like you're gonna have brain farts. You're gonna go off and veer to this topic to this topic.
Oh yeah.
You're not gonna go plastic. And we're not doing this shit here on the show. This is the Jordan Duran podcast for a fucking reason. And I'm gonna have interesting people that I enjoy on the coast.
Yeah.
And that's you mean no disrespect for Josh, like Home of Grace. It slipped my mind too. That was what I was thinking about it, because I was mixing it up with not Feed My Sheep. It was the Biloxi. There's a Biloxi.
The one that was for the homeless.
Yeah. Shit. I'll get to that one too, but I will put all your links in there in the bottom.
Yeah.
But keep going.
Anyway, no. Basically, he purchased a mobile home park, and it's for the people coming out of the Homes of Grace. Homes of Grace, for those of you that don't know, is like basically a drug rehab facility. And so when they leave there, and again, I don't know anything about it. I'm not in that business, but when they leave there, a lot of them will go to this mobile home park, and Lee It's kind of like a halfway house. And I'm sure they got to work and they got to pay a little bit of rent. It's probably very, very inexpensive to live there. But instead of just giving him money, he bought this place, and it's an income producer for Homes of Grace forever. So what he did was under the street signs, he put scripture. So these people that are coming out of this dark time in their life are going to the Homes of Grace. They leave there because they're going through their curing process or whatever, and they go to this mobile home park, and they have their own place to stay, and they're on their own, and they may pay a little rent. And Lee provided that opportunity for all of those people, and to continue somewhat of an income stream for them. Just gave it to them.
I wonder what his mission. Like, I wonder how it all started for him with that.
Well, I'm gonna tell you something. He's never had a drink or drug that anyone knows of in his entire life. He believes that everyone deserves a second chance, and so for a man like that, who is so straight and narrow. I never had a drink with him, and he knew I liked to drink. He would never judge me. He just never judged me. He knows I'm rough around the edges, but he knows that my core is strong. So he just didn't judge me. And I would be me in front of Lee, and he just never, ever judged me. But for someone like that, who you would think, that has all their shit together and that's never really, he's done a lot of business in his life. He's never really done anything wrong, to help those underserved or those people that took off along the wrong path. And no one in his family had drug issues or anything. So he just was a good human being, man. He wanted to bring people back.
Do you remember where'd you meet him at?
I met him on this business deal with Jennifer Gill. Jennifer Gill called me, and she introduced me to Lee. And I met him. My first meeting with him was to discuss this business deal, and then we just became friends. I mean, we had $1 million.
So it was all over the sands.
100% of it.
Damn, man.
So we built this relationship, and it was that's why it's so important to me. I mean,
you lost a mentor.
Oh man, he was a good one. I mean, he didn't even know it. He wasn't even trying to be a mentor. Like, I'm this guy. Like, when I talk to people, my son and my friends and stuff, I'm teaching. He wasn't teaching. He was teaching by not teaching. He was just being, and you're like, wait a minute, this dude don't even have to say anything, and you learn something from him. You understand what I mean?
Being himself. No,
just being a phenomenal human being just across the board. He never told me, I never had a conversation with him about his dealings with the Homes of Grace. I didn't know that he had that 8:00 meeting with the Homes of Grace, like with Josh or Home of Grace, whatever. But I had no idea. But that's just who he was, man. He did his thing. He didn't want any. And I talked to Al. I had lunch with Al today, and Al said, "Mike, I have 1,000 stories like that about Lee. Like, he did so much for so many people."
Al's his brother.
Al's his brother, yeah. So now Al is my partner in Lee's place. It's me, Josh, Jennifer, and Al on this deal from a business perspective. But
where you at now, though? So the Sands. I'm sorry, I jump into it like I'm a part of it too. Like,
you are a part of it. I mean, you're a huge part of it.
It was huge when I made a decision to leave my past insurance to start my own, and that was a huge thing. And it really, it fucked with me mentally. And then when and then when the Sands got approved, I told Emily, it was just fucking that day when I found out. Yeah. I did nothing. Like, I was just like, whew. Because it's something I believed in.
Yeah, man.
And I believed in you, and I was like, shit, this is... Because I remember time we did the change.org. This is a series, we did change.org, and you called me that morning, and you were stressed out. And I was asleep. And I was just, remembering, all right, let's go. And I was like, we're not giving up. Fuck, because we took a break. I mean, we didn't take a break, but you were in negotiations for a while.
Yeah.
And I fucking was like, all right, once you came to your office, and we fucking did it. Dude, we're not... The thing when I look at these projects, like the Sands, Front Beach, is the 6 acres, used to be a cracked out apartment. I grew up there. I grew up going there. I think I bought weed there when I was younger. Seriously. No, I'm being serious.
No, I believe you.
But that 6 acres sitting there and being vacant, to see, the potential. If a person buys a home there, at the time was 41 units?
We were going to have 41.
So it's 41 units.
They had 110 apartments there when you were going there.
Yeah.
110. We were bringing the density way, way down.
So 41 units. You're bringing in families, new people to the coast.
Yeah.
And they're going straight. You know where they're going? They're going to Charisma to buy a dress before they go on dinner at Maison de Lou or Chard or Mosaics. You're building an ecosystem in with the Sands. The Sands is an ecosystem. Families, kids, they need to go to miners' toy stores to buy their first yo-yo.
Yeah.
That's where my brain, I know it's a lot.
No, it's true. It's true. I mean, you were talking about the subcontractors, and now you're talking about the people that can reap the benefits of more density in the community. The neighbor's argument was they don't want that density. Our counter argument was you had it with 110 apartments. Like, what are we talking about here? You know what I mean? So it was just the neighbors wanted it to be so badly. They wanted it to be single family, and it just wasn't. It was multifamily. But at the end of the day, we were trying to bring a single family development.
Oh, hold on. At the fucking end of the day, we're running out of land, and you're going to have to multifamily.
Well, we're doing single family now.
Well, I know, but eventually it will move into multifamily.
Yeah, but I mean, I kind of agree. Now, I will say this: I agree with I'm a home builder. I'm not a multifamily apartment builder. I mean, I want to see homes, and I agree with the.
But eventually, it will.
I agree with this sentiment, I guess, is the word that these neighbors, had. I just don't necessarily agree with how it was, discussed, and how it was kind of.
But can I just say though, that multifamily will happen, especially if you take like 6 acres. Now, single family,
multifamily doesn't belong on that property.
No, not on that property.
Like that's a beautiful beachfront piece of property. Like I don't like I'll be honest with you, man. Like all these condos and shit down the beach now. Lee developed a couple of them, but I'm a single family guy. Like I'm a single family home builder. That's what I like to build. I do dabble in a little tiny bit of commercial for friends, but I like houses.
I know what I wasn't saying about that personal, like that's still 31 home. That's still a single family 31 unit. To me, I'm saying that's multifamily for me.
Well, it's multiple families
in a 6-acre section.
It's a subdivision. I mean,
yeah, you become best friends. We're neighbors. Let's say we got one of them. We're right next door to each other.
Yeah,
that's how it happens. When you go on vacation, you meet that person.
Yeah,
they don't even live there. You both rent an Airbnb.
Shit, Mr. Jimmy's my neighbor.
Come over. Let's have drinks.
I wouldn't know Mr. Jimmy.
I apologize, guys. I'm not talking apart. I'm talking multifamily as like I meant to
multiple families.
Multiple families on that property, which is dope.
Hey, can I pee at this?
Yeah.
But anyway,
who's that?
Sammy Kershaw, man.
Okay, so Butler said I have to share this, but before we went back on the show, I talked about what I was supposed to tell you.
Come on, man.
All right. Well,
you're talking about what you wanted to leave, what kind of legacy you wanted to leave your son, and I said, dude, say that on the air or whatever you want to call it. He said he doesn't want to leave his son money. He wants to leave him, legacy and things like that.
So there's a night.
You can have both.
Yeah, but there was, I know you can have, but it was still making the move of where I want to go my direction. Like you can have both, but let's be honest. Like when it comes down, like we're figuring out life. None of us got it figured out. Nobody.
Nah.
Nobody's got it figured out. We have different paths.
I think it's a whole lot easier than we make it out to be.
Oh, it's fucking hard. Dude, It is. I love it though. It's crazy. I was sitting at
I mean, it's okay. Is it hard? Yes, it's hard. But all it takes is work ethic and discipline.
I'm not ruling that out at all. What the hell's
maybe a little bit of luck.
I think it's being at the right place at the right time.
Yeah, but not
and pushing yourself.
You can be at the right place at the right time with no work ethic and no discipline.
Yeah, but you got to be yourself. You got to be weird. It's like you got to be. If you're weird, you got to be weird. If you don't like this, don't force yourself to be somebody.
No, you just be who you are. I hear you on that, man. But I mean, at some point, like depending on the business you're in, you got to be. You can't be a total jackass.
There's a lot of jackasses floating around.
Look, I'm not. Listen, man, I am me all over the place, but I'm not the me around the campfire at the camp with 10 dudes that I am in a business meeting.
Yeah, you're true.
I mean, you understand what I'm saying? So I mean, but everybody. I mean, a little bit maybe. Maybe I give that sense that guy might be fun to hang out with around a campfire. But you understand what I mean?
I doubt you are. Look, man.
Yeah, whatever, dude. Maybe I'm not. I'm not everybody's.
Right now, sands are going up. The project's gonna be like one of the coolest things though is, so they have a lawn at Sands, and you're gonna have views. You're gonna have the most incredible views the way you laid it out.
Yeah, 31 houses. We're gonna finish Lee's and mine now. Right now we're working on all the surveys. We're working on making sure the infrastructure is all clean and ready to go. Once we lay out the lot lines, you know, I got to meet with the power company, maybe have to move some pedestals or something like that. I just got to figure everything out and make sure that it works like we plan to, because all of the infrastructure was previously put in place. So I have to survey and kind of work around that current infrastructure and move what I need to move if I have to move it. So sometimes it might be a little easier to modify a lot than move a big transformer for the power company. But anyway, 31 houses. We got one. You got to change that. It's going to repeat.
Keep going.
We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 across the beachfront, and then the way that the property is designed, I mean, the majority of those homes are going to have views of the Mississippi Sound right there. You know, and we're going to have a pool. It's got a community pool. It's going to be cool, man. It's just going to be a really nice subdivision in downtown Ocean Springs. And the biggest challenge that I have is you have these velocity zones, which are flood zones, and then you have these new requirements for base flood elevation, and you gotta, aesthetically it was difficult to design, but we made it work, and we're gonna put a big emphasis on landscaping, man. I'm gonna make that place pretty.
You think Jeremy Nell's got it?
Yeah, Nell's awesome.
Is he gonna do it?
Yeah, he's gonna do it, man. I'm gonna hook him up.
It's a challenge right now.
He's no, it's not a challenge. Nell knows what he's doing, man. He's just a little slow.
Nell Irrigation, right?
He's a little slow. Yeah, it's Nails, Grounds, and Irrigation, NGI. You know,
How many contractors are you going to have on that property?
Well, I got 2. You want to count them? Get your fingers out. You ready?
I'm about to pulling something up real quick for you.
All right.
Keep going.
Well, I got 2 foundation contractors.
Let's go.
I got 2 framers. I got 1 electrician. Well, I got 2 HVAC contractors and 1 plumber. Are you counting?
8.
Okay. I got 1 sheetrock contractor. I got 2 painters.
11.
I've got one of my trim carpenters is phenomenal, but he does a great job. But I've got 2 more. I've got 3 trim carpenters. I got an A, a B, and a C. And then my B and my C are just as good as my A.
14, right? Did I mess it up?
No, I don't know. My A has just been with me forever, and he's phenomenal, Milton Parker. Just a great, super good dude and super good trim carpenter. I got a cabinet shop, just one of those, 1 granite guy. Let's see here. What am I missing? Roofer. I got 2 roofers. I got 1 landscaper. I've got dumpster guy, portalette guy, heavy equipment guy that moves our equipment. I've got a project manager. I've got a superintendent. I've got me, Josh. I've got Jennifer Gill. I've got other real estate
And how many
agents.
people you think that? I mean, they got their own guys.
Engineers.
Yeah,
yeah, they got, dude. It's. I mean, hundreds of people work on these projects.
It's me sick.
So I mean, it's just like any other construction project. I mean, there's hundreds of people.
When's it start?
Now. I mean, I'm not like I'm going to break ground as quick as possible. We're surveying lots. I mean, we're moving forward. Everything's moving forward right now. I'm actively working on it.
I mean, I know y'all it's cleaned up. It's ready to rock and roll.
Yeah, Jeremy Nail cleaned it up, made it look pretty.
That's what it
needs.
Good
job. Nail's a good dude. He does good work.
Are you what do you when do you think the first house will be dropped?
I don't know if it'll be by the end of the year. Actually, our house should be done by the end of the year. Lee's is huge. It's 5,500 square feet. Everything else, that's the only one that's going to be that big. Everything else is going to be 3,400 and below. But his should be done, I would say, early next year. I mean, I could possibly finish it this year, but there's just
Is Paul gonna move in there?
Paul.
Is it his brother?
Al.
Sorry,
Al.
Al.
Al's got his own house. He's good. Al's going to sell that house.
So he's gonna be sold.
He's going to sell that house, and at lunch today, he said he was going to put that in Lee's trust and donate every single penny he makes off of it to charity.
Oh shit,
Yeah,
that's huge.
super huge.
So you got 1 year on that. Altogether, at 31 units, you think it's gonna be about 3 years?
It's just
How long does it take to build? Like, how long does it take to build a?
I can
good
build
home?
like 10 months.
So
I mean, it depends on. Dude, I'm on one now. It's been a year and a half.
I mean, it took you 5 years to get this thing back open.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm gonna like you can rotate your guys, right? So I'm not just gonna build them. I'm gonna pre-sell them. So like, if you want, I'm not just gonna go build them. I can't afford that. I can't go just borrow a bunch of money and build a bunch of spec houses. I mean, I'm gonna pre-sell them. So basically, you're gonna come to me. I'm gonna have some floor plans. I'm gonna have some options, but nobody's gonna have to really upgrade anything unless they want like a generator or maybe a standing seam metal roof, because everything's already high end, man. I mean, we got concrete foundations. All right, we're not doing wood. We've got structurally, we're going to be fortified gold, which means your insurance, you know how that works. Your insurance is going to be cheaper because you're fortified gold, which means you have impact windows. You have 2x6 exterior walls. You've got peel and stick on your roof, which is just a membrane underneath your metal roof, which is going to have a metal roof. We're not going to do standing seams as a standard, but we'll offer that. We're going to do, exposed fastener metal roofs, but composite decking, custom cabinets, real wood floors, tile floors.
That's gonna be fucking sick. Dude.
Like tile to the ceilings on the tub.
I see it though. I see it.
Dude, it's
gonna be the like your house.
You're gonna want to you might want to upgrade spray foam insulation. You might want to upgrade your metal roof to a standing seam because it's not really that expensive on those small houses. You might want to add some landscaping, and you might want to take your cabinets to the ceiling or something.
What's you and Josh's house? It's you and Josh's house, right?
Yeah.
So what's the square footage of that house?
The spec house that we built. It's like man, you catch. I'm gonna lie to you because I haven't.
About 2,500.
25, 28. It's 4 bedrooms, 3 baths.
That's about 20. Yeah.
I think it's 2,800, but it's got 3 bedrooms. Excuse me, 1 bedroom downstairs, with a bathroom, kitchen, living room, and then a living space upstairs with 3 more bedrooms and 2 more baths, I think. So it's 4 bedrooms, 3 baths, I believe is what it is.
Good home.
4, 3.5. And I live in an elevated house myself, and the entertainment space underneath,
sick.
it's just, dude, you got it's like a man cave. Sorry, ladies, but it's a man cave.
What do you mean? Sorry, ladies. What does that mean?
I said it was a man cave.
What was it? They changed the name from man cave to something now. It's so
She
stupid.
shed.
I don't know what the hell they call it anymore. It's so weird.
Human. I mean, I have no idea. I've never
No,
heard
it's
of
just
it.
like hangout or something. I don't know. It's like
Whatever, dude.
this is a man cave.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, this is a man cave.
But my wife takes over every space in my house. I love you, babe.
Not this room, not this upstairs. This, you said the bonus, because that's one thing I love about Butler Homes. They always have a bonus room. Now I wish you get back into the hidden compartments. That shit's awesome. It cracks me up.
Yeah, we do some hidden spots.
It's cool as shit.
Yeah,
but I love Butler Homes. Like the way, like it's got y'all got a fun function with it.
yeah,
And hopefully you bring that to the Sands.
yeah, dude. Well, we get to design. I mean, we obviously hired the architects, but we got to play a big role in the design of it. And what we do to it is up to us. I mean, what I do over there is up to me, man. I mean, nobody's going to tell me. I feel like, I've been in this business, since I was 25, probably. What am I, 42? How many years is that? 17 years.
But as long as I've been having Janny King.
Yeah, and it's. I mean, I feel like now it's just. We have so many things dialed in, but the creative side, you can always get creative, right? You can always get more creative. So we do some creative stuff, and I enjoy the shit out of it. My wife does all the design, and she asked me my opinion, and I'm like, I help guide her. She's a phenomenal designer, by the way. My wife's probably the best party planner on planet Earth. Like, the parties we have at our house, everything's all decorated and perfect. I mean, it's ridiculous. Like, she has these theme parties, and she's phenomenal at it. But I said, girl, you ought to do this for a living, you know? And she's like, no, because then all my weekends are going to be stuck. That's a good point. The hell with that. But anyway, she's a phenomenal party planner, but she's got that design. She's very artistic, and she's got that that design eye, man, and she does really well, and she works really hard at it. So she does a phenomenal job, man. And she picks stuff, and she puts all these colors together. I'm like, how the hell did you do that? And then she takes her business degree that she has, and she does these presentations, you know, from a, like, I don't know, man. Obviously I'm partial to my wife because she's my wife, but she's really good at what she does. She gets a little behind on our Butler Home stuff because she's still raising my daughter at the house. So she can't spend as much time on work as she wants to. So I got to give her a little kick in the ass every now and then. Hey, I need this, I need that. But when she does the stuff, man, the presentations that she puts together are phenomenal. You know what I mean? Like for these people, these color palettes and all this shit that she does, it's crazy. So
I have to agree. One of my favorite parts of like y'all's style too with her doing it, the hidden front island. I mean, her color palette is sick. Yeah, Lord, you kill that. Like, but that island style y'all do with the storage in the front.
Yeah, the hidden storage. Yeah, you just don't put
that's fucking cool as shit.
Don't put hardware on them. You know, you might as well do it.
No, but that's utilizing space.
Well, that's the thing, dude. I can't stand wasted space. Like, I just hate it. So we got to find a way into that space. You know what I mean? Like there's no like cabinets with voids in them. Well, when you buy like prefab cabinets, they got voids sometimes. You know what I'm saying? You can't access certain spaces at a corner or whatever if you don't do like a lazy Susan. Screw that, man. We got to find.
Is that why y'all got into? Is it Workman's cabinets? What is it?
It's called Workman Specialized Woods.
Do y'all only do for y'all's companies, or do y'all if Susie wants to buy y'all's cabinets, would you sell it to her?
Yes, but we don't market it for that purpose. So yeah, when I get phone calls, you know, we'll do a little extra little lanyap work, I call it, or whatever. But primarily, we build our own cabinets in house. I got a guy, Larry, that's been doing it Larry's 62, I think. He's been doing it since he was 19. And basically, I had Chip Mercier was my cabinet guy, and Chip decided to retire. And when he retired, he wanted to make sure Larry and Pam had a home to go work because they've been working for him forever. And Larry, I said, well, I was looking for another cabinet contractor, and I couldn't find one that was going to prioritize us. Chip prioritizes us because we gave him all our business. And that's one thing about me is I'm extremely loyal to my subcontractors. So, like, it's hard to get in, kind of. Like, I'm going to be loyal to this guy until he gives me a reason not to be. You understand what I mean? So, and I expect the same from them in return.
Loyalty over everything.
100%, dude.
Yeah.
So
no respect.
you know, yeah, man. But I have to, like, when I'm going to bring in, for example, with Alex, I had to bring in another painter because he couldn't keep up. Does Alex think he can keep up? Absolutely. But we're doing more expensive, higher-end houses. I still make sure he has the work, but I got Hemer. Hemer does a phenomenal job. You know, and when Hemer got here initially, he didn't do so great. And we went and inspected it, and we said, here's our issues. If you can fix these issues, you can stay here. And he fixed every one of those issues, and he's still here to this day. But he didn't know who we were. We didn't know who he was. We had to figure out that relationship. But now Hemer does a phenomenal job.
Do you think Butler Homes is going to go like full in family? Like, what you think you're going to still do subcontracts, or you're doing subcontracts and doing in house?
The only thing we're doing in house right now is cabinets. I mean, that's it. I mean, we do in house. I mean, some trim, you know, some stuff like that, but it's just cabinets. But like Larry and Pam do. Pam is our finisher, cabinet finisher. I'll put her up against anybody on the planet. I mean, it's furniture grade, man. It's beautiful. I mean, the cabinet, the woodwork that Larry does, and the effort and time that Pam puts into it. And that's what I tell these people too. I'm like, listen to me. I don't care if you make a mistake. I don't care if you cost us money making a mistake. Just do it right. Just do the right thing. If you got to throw something away because you're not happy with it, throw it away. Do it right across the board. Like, don't be scared to make a mistake. If you're not making mistakes, I mean, you ain't working. You follow what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, I make mistakes all the damn time, but if you screw something up, I don't give a shit. Like,
I think it's a lot like this podcast. I mean, fuck. I mean, it's not.
Yeah.
You look. now it makes sense. So how long have they been doing it for? 30? How many years do you think?
Shit, Pam. I mean,
I've met him.
Larry's 40 years in. Pam's got to be close to that, 30. She's not as old as Larry, so I'd say Pam's been doing it 20 plus years.
Holy shit!
And Pam's awesome. But see, like Pam, like I that's why I say when I'm surrounded by good people, it wasn't just my core group. Like I got Danny Sabatini, who he was a client, and now he's one of our superintendents. I don't have to worry about any of these people, man. They're all self-motivated. Larry knows what's got to be done. Pam knows what's got to be painted. I might not talk to them for a week. Joseph is kind of running that shop. Joe Cap, he runs that shop, but like I'm not in their ear all the time because my deadlines are met. So I don't give a shit what they're doing. If you meet my deadline, like here's the deadline. This is where I need you. This is where I need these cabinets. This is what I need to happen. Just meet my deadlines and I'll leave you the hell alone.
How do you and Josh get together and come together as a company? What do y'all meet? How do y'all like, hey man, we got this, this, and this for this year?
How did we, you're asking like, what do we got?
No, like day to day, like, y'all own, it's Butler Homes. I mean, there's Josh
50,
and Mike
50,
Butler.
Yeah, 50-50
Yeah,
partners.
split all the way. Y'all been friends since how old?
I don't remember him. I mean, like, I don't remember meeting him. I've known him forever.
Kids.
So, what is this shit? You like this shit, huh? So how do we get together? I'm about to start going. I'm like, go crazy here.
Okay, I'm just trying to test you. See, okay, let's go.
Have you been testing me? Like that's what's happening.
No.
I have to take this thing off my head, man.
Hold on.
What are you getting ready for? Like you getting some anger energy going on? What's some Zach Bryan or something? Or some Bob Marley or some. I mean,
let's do it. Okay, let's go.
Something kind of, whatever. But anyway,
it's kind of. I mean,
Josh knows his role, and I know my role.
Something in the orange.
And
let's just go into it. Come on, let's go. Keep going.
You don't like this guy?
No, he's good.
I mean, he's all right, but I just like. I mean, he's kind of.
All right, let's keep going. Let's go into it.
So
you want a different song? We'll get you another one. Pick a song.
So that one's fine. Josh, I don't have to worry. Like, I don't even think about Josh's job. Josh's job is contracts, draws, making sure everybody's got payroll, making sure money's deposited, and we got like 5 or 6 different companies. We got Dog Pound Holdings, which is our real estate holdings company, which we only own a couple properties, and we have Butler Homes, BW Artisan Homes, Workman Specialized Woods, and Blackstone Realty and the Sands at Front Beach LLC. So he does the finances for all of those companies all by himself. It's ridiculous. His workload. I don't know how he does it. He makes his own spreadsheets and he doesn't use QuickBooks. It's stupid. And sometimes this company's got to borrow money from this company, and every bit of it is traceable and legit. And he's super, super like
proud of it.
Well, I don't know if the word's, he's super conservative when it comes to taxes. And I'm a little less conservative, and he just basically tells me to shut the fuck up.
I mean, him, like, that's a cool one. Like, when I started my insurance shit, me and him were on the phone for an hour, and I was just telling him what happened, like, what's going on. And he inspired me. Like, his outlook on life, his love for you. I mean, Josh is a whole different animal. Like, if you, a human being, like, the way he was just like, no. And he broke down, like, finances. It's funny you say this, as a passion. It's like, like, think about me. He works at, like, right now, he's probably working. Like, right now, It's 9 o'clock at night. Josh is on the computer, making sure Butler Homes and every aspect of the company, it's like a day and night for for their company, which is fascinating to me.
No, he definitely puts in his work. He works a different schedule than me. He'll work a few hours, take a little break, work a few hours, take a little break. I'm getting that way now. I used to be hey, I want to get this shit done and then relax.
Yeah.
But I'm learning that my job never ends. So I push so hard in the day, I'd get so fucking.
It's awesome though.
Tired at the end of the day, but
it's a brotherhood. It's a friendship. It's a brother.
Well, and then you got Matt. You can't forget about Matt.
Hell no. He's coming on too. I've
been
trying to work him out.
Dude, him and Curtis, but I mean, like, Matt is a freaking beast, man. Like, that dude, Like he is.
So
one of
Matt's Swank. Just call him Swank.
yeah,
Swank
Matt Swank.
is a project. Like he runs
everything.
all the projects from the moment if you come to Butler Homes and you want to build a house, you meet Butler Homes to the process of the project. When you move in that night, Matt's there handing the key. Like
yeah,
it's
yeah. And Danny helps a lot with the end result. But yes, Matt is. This is what I love about Matt and Danny is you call those guys.
They're both together. I'm sorry.
They might both show up.
Oh,
I mean, seriously,
no shit,
like they take care of business, man. And I got an email yesterday about Danny and just how much we appreciate our house so
But
much.
tell people before, like Danny, I know you and Matt do, like, y'all are always together. But I got to tell a story about how the hell did you even become part of Butler Homes?
Who, Danny?
Yeah, how did Danny fall in there?
I built Danny a house. Like we built him a house, and he's my neighbor. And so out of Bell Fountain Beach, and he was just a good dude. Like the guy was working. He's retired from UPS, and he's running up and down the street in his damn truck, like doing odd jobs for all the neighbors for free. My freaking pier blows over in one of those storms, and I'm out there trying to put it back together, and this dude just sees me out there working. Here he comes with his tools, man, and just like working with me and like helping me build my pier just because he's going to do something. And when I moved, I said, Danny, do you want a job? I said, you work every day. Like he's not retired. He's not sitting at home with his wife, Stacy, on the damn deck, like looking at the like sunset and trying to go fishing. The dude is working his ass off all the time for all the neighbors, everybody around the house or on that street. So when I was moving, I said, dude, I'm moving. Like, do you want a job or not? Like, you're going to work anyway, you know? And he said, well, I don't really know much about home construction. I said, dude, you know plenty, you know? I mean, I don't even need you to know anything. I need you to be able to, I need somebody that I can trust. You know what I mean? That's it. And he's like, all right, I'll think about it. And he called or whatever. And he says, yeah, I'll do it. He's been here ever since. I mean, and he keeps telling me, he's like, if anybody needs to be fired, fire me first, man. I don't want to put pressure on you. I'm like,
I fucking love it.
I'm like, no, dude, you're never getting fired. He's so valuable now. I mean, and I feel bad. It's like, Danny, are you sure you want to work here? Why are you working here? Because he doesn't need the money. Like he retired from UPS. Like he's not a rich guy.
He loves it.
Well, he's set up, man. He doesn't need the money.
I think it's but it's the gratification of completing a home. That's what I've learned because I do photography for Butler Homes, and I see that at the closing of the house, like the struggle from Barbie, the floors, adjusting. You know,
I didn't even call him out as a sub earlier.
Yeah,
floor and tile.
Brandon Barbie is by far like
J&B Flooring, one of the best floor guys ever. I mean, he's so knowledgeable about floors. Like I used to kind of be aggravated, like, man, this is expensive. I mean, it's worth it. I mean, don't take that to heart, Brandon. It's not worth it.
Shooting photography for Butler Homes is amazing, but you watch people come together to finish a product.
Yep.
And I love that experience. Like, I do enjoy, and we fucking, like, I'm telling you, Brandon, we're finishing a house and adjust something. While I'm shooting photos, there's teams working to make sure that homeowner is happy. And that's one thing I'll say, that is a certification that's got to be signed off. Because it is, I have shot living rooms where they've had to pull the trim and adjust the trim.
Yeah, we'll
shout out.
No, we'll if it ain't right, we're gonna make it right.
You're getting a stamp from Butler Homes. Like, it is. I'm telling you, it looks like a bunch of elves, like, for Santa.
Yeah, like, we're not definitely not perfect by any stretch, but I mean, if we can make it, if we can make it better, and I tell my guys, I'm like, can you walk away from that and be comfortable with it? Does that pass your? Because my guys are good. I mean, and it took a long time to get those guys. Like, it just took a long time to get those guys. I'm like, are you comfortable with that? Like, you're good with that. You're okay with that. That's your quality. That's your standard. You know, I just asked them, and they can't. I'm like, you can look at yourself in the mirror and say, I did a great job right there. Like, if you can say that, then fine. If you can't, fix that shit. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sorry. I think water went down the wrong spot. But right?
Do you see 100% on that? But do you see home building though with like now when you see companies now, like, there's so many more companies coming in. Where does Butler Homes? Where does Sands Project was a passion project for you that you never gave up on, which is awesome. But like, was home building that end goal? Because like you're to this day still building homes. You're not moving to another, like you're not moving to like an energy company. You're not trying to own a car dealership. You're just building homes. And what do you see? What do you see Butler Homes in the next 20 years?
Well, I don't really know, to be honest with you. I don't think full blown retirements in my future. The thing about my business is there's nothing to sell to someone. There's nothing to hand to anybody that's not going to actively work it. It's not like I can sell you a company, which that's probably true for all companies, but I'm providing a service. So you're hiring me and my team to build your home because you trust us to do so. And that's one thing I tell all of my clients: you have to trust your builder. If you don't trust me, go find another one, because I'm going to do the best job I can do for you. Like my goal is to make you happy. Some people you're not going to ever make happy. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I would rather not work for those people because I don't give a shit what I do. Like when you question, what are you doing? Why'd you do this? Why'd you do that? Why'd you hire me? Why'd you hire me? What am I here for? You understand? I'm not going to come to your job and tell you. Now, I understand people have questions and all that stuff, but you hired me because I know what I'm doing and you trust me. If you can't say those two things, Mr. Butler, or you don't have to call me Mr. Butler, but we hired you
Call
and
him
your
Mr. Butler.
No.
Call him Mr. Butler.
I don't even know where that came from.
I like it a lot.
But the point is like, hey, we trust you. We know you have our best interest in mind. I don't like cynical people, and I don't want to work for them. And I understand that some people are, but I don't want to work for them. I want them to come into that relationship understanding that this guy's got my best interest in mind and he's not going to screw me. So, and that's where I am, and that's the truth. Because I would literally look at a home builder and a home buyer, and the same way with the subcontractor, say, you think that's fair? If you can go to sleep tonight thinking that beating me out of that 20 grand or whatever the hell you're trying to beat me out of is fair, and you're comfortable with that, where's the fucking checkbook? Because I'll sign that son of a bitch right now. You understand what I'm saying? I don't care. So, and I don't have time. I don't have patience for people like that. Like, you hired me, I'm gonna do the best I can do. Now, I don't mind questions. Like, I had a lady the other day call me and say, and I'm gonna get to the answer to your question in a minute. I know I'm going around, but I had a lady call me the other day, and she's just like, what's going on? Why is this happening? Why is that happening? And she's inquisitive, and she just has to understand the process. She doesn't doubt my skills. She doesn't doubt anything, but her brain, her husband even told me, hey, she's going to ask a lot of questions. She needs to understand what's going on. That's just the way her mind works. Her dad was a builder, and I said, hey, she called me. She was asking about this, and this. And then I gave her all the answers, and I was super patient. And patience is something you learn over time. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not saying I would have handled that the same way as I would have maybe 10 years ago. But anyway, I go to her meeting, we're walkthrough the next week, and I said, hey, it's nice to see you. And she says, is it really? And I said, yes, it is. Like, it's good to see you. And she's like, well, I just, after all those questions the other day, I asked you. And I said, I kind of feel like I handled that good. And she said, I told my friend you handled it great. You didn't get mad or anything. And I said, well, that's good. I said, you can ask me as many questions as you want, but she doesn't doubt me. And I get that from her. You understand what I'm saying? She's just curious. There's a curious person, and then there's that asshole who's got all his friends that know way more than you. And you're like, why am I here?
Yeah.
Like, your brother knows this, your cousin knows this, your boy knows that. Hire them, dude. Like
did his first sheetrock job. You're like, shit.
Get out of here, man. I don't want to work for you. You understand what I'm saying? Like I don't question me. Yeah. You can ask questions, but don't question me. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
like
100%.
So anyway, the point is I'm selling that service. And if I can teach my son that mentality, or if I can teach someone else that mentality, then all I'm going to do is set them up to own their own business. Like BW Artisan, can we sell that? one day, if we have a big land position, we can. Or can I sell a concept? Can I sell some kind of like app that I create, or some kind of like scheduling program and estimating program? Yeah, I could piece all that. I could piece all that together and I could sell it to someone. But I was actually talking to Mike West about that for a while, and I know he was pushing me a little bit. And then Mike's the kind of guy, he's gonna deal with motivated people. He's the most motivated person you ever freaking met on the planet. But I've been so busy with all these other projects, I don't have the time to put into that right now. You understand what I'm saying? But I still want to do that with Mike eventually. And we're gonna figure that out and put that
100%.
But I don't have, so Butler Homes in 20 years, my son could carry it on, or Josh's son could carry it on, or even Matt's son could carry it on if they want to. But it's just a service, man. And it's just a name. Like, hopefully I build the name good enough to where they say, man, those guys, they're going to do right. But if those guys won't honor the quote unquote legacy that we leave with that company, I don't want them to have it.
Respect.
You know what I'm saying? Like you got to, and they will. Like, I'm going to tell you right now, my son has no choice. He's going to be an honorable, good human. He doesn't have a choice. He might do this bullshit where we all dive off a little bit, but I'm going to have that fucking hand on his ass. I'm like, I'm going to bring that little bastard right back in. He ain't going nowhere, dude. He's going to be on that straight path, period. But he's got it in him already. Like, he's just a good kid. You know what I mean? So he's going to fuck up, but,
I will tell you right now, Mike Butler, you're a fucking special person.
I appreciate that. You're special too.
And I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of your team. So proud of like your thought of, creating a better place in the community by your development of the Sands. That was like our bond. That's how, like, honestly, without that, like when you try to have lunch with me, want to dine me, not gonna work.
I forgot.
You want to dine me with the Sands project.
Dude, I forgot. I remember I wanted you to do the BW Artisan thing. And
that was the main thing, though.
And then, you're right. And we started talking about the Sands.
You won and dined me for the Sands, and my heart was the Sands. And we won, dude. That is, you can take my bank account out. You can take every fucking thing I have, besides my girl and my son, and honestly, my mom, too. I got to keep her. I keep my stuff. And my dad's, too. Scott, come with. All right? But that was such a belief. Like, that meeting me and you had, I don't know shit about fucking fishing and whatever you want to call like an outdoor sport. I don't get in that shit because I had to fucking work my grandma's catfish pond. It was a lot of fucking work. Everything you do in life is a lot of work. I wasn't fascinated by that. I was fascinated by fucking websites, computers, and fucking games. That's me.
Yeah.
But I will tell you right now is I'm so grateful to be a part of the community in the Gulf Coast and to watch it, to meet a person that shares the same beliefs of building the community.
Yeah.
Like, that's to me is God. I was talking to me and John on the phone today. Carter, motherfucker's badass.
I know, man. Me and him used to be tighter than we are now.
That's my co-founder of my nonprofit.
I know. I love John, dude. He's a good dude.
I'll tell you right now, we've tried to quit this January, we made South Mississippi Living Magazine, Faces of South Mississippi, together for our organization. And we took a photo and dresses together, for the pink dress run.
Yeah.
Which is, honestly, looking back, it was one of the coolest days, me and him together as we get older, because now we're at the point where it's like, we're doing this. Yeah. Like, and that's...
But you got to do it your way, man. That's the thing. You just got to do it your way, And it's hilarious. I mean, who gives a shit? Go take a picture of the dress, like on a fucking magazine. That's awesome. I mean, just do you, man. I mean, that's it. That's like you said earlier. You said it earlier. I think you're just be you, and that is true. You got to be authentically who you are, man. And that's it. And that's the way. Like, I couldn't live any other way, man. You know what I mean?
I know that about you, though. Like, that's what I'm saying. It's like, I have to tell you that because for me, inside my, I'm not, I don't think the way people think that
I feel about certain things. Like I put my passion into it, and you do the same thing. People believe in us people believe in us, and we don't even recognize. Like we recognize the sport, but like we don't know that.
Yeah.
Like we're like the Sands was the biggest things where that project was falling. Money was bleeding, and people stood, and they stood strong, and over a hat, and over a conversation, word of mouth. Whatever it took for us to create.
I think you might have. Was that you that freaking motivated me to put out that first video? Or I mean,
motherfucker. Yeah,
I just remember
that video was long. The truck video,
dude. I started doing truck videos, and but I was like, "Fuck, does anybody even care about this?" You know what I mean? Like that was kind of like just putting it all out there. Like, you know what I care
about?
People need to hear about the truth.
You know what I care about right now? That if I have 2 viewers. It's going to be your mom and dad.
Yep.
Your mom and dad, that's a beautiful story. And your wife, because she is the best, and she will fuck me up. But that's it. Like, honestly, it's like, what we're doing, expressing business life, is unique. Like, just let it out.
That's right, man.
Keep going. Do you want to just go out every weekend and not have a conversation, or as you get older, like what do you want to do? Like what do you want?
Dude, you know what I want to do? I don't want to do much different than what I do now. I just want to have a little less of it, if that makes sense. I want to be able to walk at a slower pace, if that makes sense. Like I don't want to be retired. There's no retirement, right? You're not going to shut off an entrepreneurial spirit. It's just not going to happen. So whether I want to be able to be at my camp, which I can be at certain times now, but just there's a lot. I still have a lot to do. But I want to be able to not have to be somewhere. That's it. Like there's no, less debt or no debt, and not having to be at a certain place at a certain time. In other words, I go where the hell I want. Does that make sense? Like if I want to go to my camp, I want to go to my damn camp. And I don't own it, I lease it. But if I want to go there and sleep in my little tiny home that me and Chase Denmark built together, like I want to be able to go do that. You know what I mean? Like I just, and I'm kind of there now to an extent. It's just that the work, I still got to put in some time. I still got to, if I want to do that now, I can do it. But that means I'm working really late one night. Or really early in the morning. You understand what I'm saying? Like I want to be able to.
I'm telling you what Cam was one thing. Cam told me some flack about with Chandelier. Mm-hmm. Cam McCain and Chandelier worked their ass off.
Yeah,
and got a little flack, small flack about not going full poster child of the craft beer style. Mm-hmm. Like they're brothers that created a brewery that just fish.
How cruel is that?
Yeah, that's all they want. They just Chandelier Brewing. If you go there, you get a beer.
Hey, me and Kane drank the first Freemason together on Freemason Island. No, on Freemason.
Freemason.
I think Cam's probably pissed about that because I don't think he was with us on that trip. And Kane, I was like, dude, is this the first Freemason on Freemason? And he's like, yeah. So we cheers to it.
I'm gonna cheers that.
Yeah. And then now they got the Pelican beer. The Pelican's a special place. Those are my dudes, man. I love fishing with those guys. So what if I've often thought.
I want to finish this one thing because this is flag that Cam had. Flag, about company wise, like owning a brand. They created Chandelier Brewing as a. I tell them it's two brothers that fucking have to go back and forth, but they settle it over a beer. And that is facts.
Yeah.
It's facts.
They're hilarious.
But that is it.
Yeah, we've been fishing together for years, man. I don't even know how long. I don't even know. Maybe, 12 years. I don't know.
19, 30, 37 years?
Not that long. But, I mean, it's been more than a decade for sure. But we fish a lot together. I love those guys, man. Those are my brothers, besides my real brother. You know,
Do you have a real brother?
I got 4 brothers, man.
Really?
Yeah,
Who?
Robert, Rhett, Maury, and Andres. He's Dutch.
Andres is kind of a good figure.
That's a good name. But anyway, the fishing, the Cam and them, those guys they're fun, man. Cam and Kane. We got a pretty good fishing group. Maybe we should start a fishing podcast. We talked about that one time. Not a fishing podcast, but a fishing show. That'd be fun.
Are you gonna do it? Are you gonna do it?
No, probably not. But that's the thing, though. You bring your hobbies into, like, you try to make your hobbies for monetary gain, and they don't become your hobbies anymore. You follow me? Like, if I try to do something with fishing or hunting or whatever and make money doing it, like, where's the fun in it? Now it becomes a job.
Yeah, I'm with you on that.
That's like my peace time. That's my me time. I don't even want my damn phone around me when I'm doing that shit. So I watch all these freaking TikTokers and all this bullshit that they do or whatever. I don't even have TikTok, but that's what they tell me. But all these little videos of, like, hunting and fishing that my son watches on YouTube, and I'm like, man, would I enjoy it as much if I had to video it? Like, I want to be present in those moments. Do you follow what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, when I go hunting, I want to be present in the woods, man. When I go fishing, I want to be present on the water. Like, I don't want to video it for fucking attention. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Anyway.
Scooter for me. Same with you, scooter.
Yeah.
It really, no, honestly, it's like hunting. My peace of mind scooter. It's fucking 2 wheels. It's $2. TLC Waterfalls playing the whole time on repeat, and it's 6K for me. I ride 2 wheels, man. I fucking do it. I don't hunt. You know, I was talking about Trey Cherry. Shout out to Trey. I fucking love you to death, bud. Like, I fucking love you to death. And you have your Costa coming next month. I'll be there to celebrate. And I know you always push me to fish, and I don't do it. I'm sorry, but you fucking, you already fucking know. Like, I have fucking a whole entire fucking fridge full of deer that I don't even fucking know what's, like, earlier. Like, we did a backstrap with Emily cooking.
Yeah. I saw it.
He fucking said, that's all Trey. Like, so when this home, when me and Emily bought this home, I had one friend help me move in. It was Trey.
Yeah.
From
Trey's a good dude, man.
From Hattiesburg. From fucking Hattiesburg.
Trey,
the best.
yeah, I know. I didn't know Trey that well. I know Trey. Chantel cuts my damn hair once a year, but Trey, whenever he went fishing with me on my boat, he was young, man. He was, how old is Trey now? He's
38.
Is he really?
Yeah.
Shit, he's only 4 years younger than me. But anyway, well, hell, I was young. I was probably
You're fucking not young.
26.
You are like going downhill.
Nah, man, I'm still going uphill, baby. I'm still working my way uphill. Fuck that.
Fucking.
Nope, I'm uphill, baby. I'm still going strong. This ain't slowing down yet. But Trey, I remember him helping, like, staying. He was one of those guys, man. He stayed and helped clean the boat and all that bullshit. I don't even remember the fishing trip we went on, but I was like, "Who's that kid?" Because he helped. I didn't know him. I just met him, and he was on the boat with somebody else or whatever. I don't even remember the scenario, but he stayed there until that damn boat was clean.
Because of OCD.
Yeah. Well, he's just that's I remember. I was like, I know that kid. I don't think we spent any time together after that, but I see him here and there. He's a good dude.
And if you could continue to watch this show, we'll talk to you later. We love you. And Sands Project's going to be a great thing.
Peace.